way. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sidetrack, a place where us nerds get together and do just about anything. And as Nick says, it is probably going to suck. And on today's show, we are going to be diving into the world of Magical Girls with the game Magical Burst. So with us today, we have Project Derailed regulars, myself, as well as Fiona, and a couple of new faces. So we're going to go around the table, quote unquote, and pretty much just introduce ourselves. I'll start off, then move to Fiona, then we'll get to our three newcomers for the game. My name's Tanner Bivens. I am a content creator here at Project Derailed. I run the web series Crit or Miss, which usually comes out Tuesdays or Wednesdays. You can also check it out on projectderailed.com. Fiona.
I am Fiona LF Kelly. I also do things for projectderailed.com. I write stuff. I appear on streams, including our Tal'Dorei Day stream that we had last Saturday. And just doing whatever is needed, I guess. Writing stuff, being in videos, things like that. Next person. I don't know who. Someone.
Bogue.
Danny.
I am Bogue. I was told I could be a pretty princess, so here I am. And that's all you really need to know.
All right. Kitty or Dan, whoever goes first.
Sure. I'm Daniel Walker. I'm friends with these people, to my knowledge. I'd like to think so, anyway. In terms of probably experience in this game, I'd ideally say I have the most.
All right.
Probably fair.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a second, but I'm going to be relying on you.
I make no promises to be great. I just make promises to know some things.
So just lie so that you win is
Yes.
what
Yeah,
I'm
more
hearing.
or less.
We already have the disclaimer that it's probably going to suck, so you know what? We're already there.
I feel like probably might be selling ourselves way too high.
Yeah. Kitty.
Kitty.
I'm Caitlin McClinton. I go by Kitty. I'm also friends with these people. I'm dating the GM, so that's probably why I'm here.
Hi.
And I'm pumped to be Magical Girl.
All right, so to give everyone a little bit of a background on what we are doing today, last week for Crit or Miss, I did a review of Ewan Clooney's Magical Burst, which is a Magical Girl game, the game that we're going to be playing today. I want to give a full disclaimer that whenever this was decided, I thought that I'd have more time to study on this. I did not. So I have read this book one time. I am still not almost entirely familiar with the game's, I'm familiar with the setting, the premise, but as far as the crunch is concerned, the numbers and whatnot, I am still completely a novice. I've only had, I think, 2 games played under my belt and 0 games story told, so I'm going to be relying a lot on the game master for the game that I'm playing, and Dan, to help me out whenever it comes to the crunch and stuff. So with the Magical Girl concept, I'm good, but as far as the actual mechanics and Ewan Clooney's vision, I'm going to be lacking, and I'm sorry for that, but I'm giving the disclaimer now before it bites me in the ass.
Can I add? Oh, sorry. I was just gonna. This is totally irrelevant to everything, but I'm watching on Twitch in the other screen the animated sparkles on our layout, and I really like them. Very Magical Girl.
So Nick outdid himself, and
I really like this one.
Especially looking at Bogue and I don't know why, but just the two of us combined is just the first thing I think of when I think of Magical Girls.
That's entirely fair.
And you have to find this stream.
Okay, so either way, what we're doing here today is playing Magical Burst, a game of Magical Girls. To give everyone, including the players, a little backstory, you all are students at a high school called Kagami High, which is kind of an upper-crust sort of high school in Tokyo. You all generally know each other. You're not Magical Girls yet. You're going to become Magical Girls later on. Let's see here. Let's start off by going around the table, and we can give a little bit of information about our character. So I'll start with Dan, because Dan looks to be on my left, and I'm left-handed in the screen, so.
All right. Cool. As you can see under my name, I'm Miki Kawaguchi. I'm a tomboy. I play sports ball, which I don't do in actual life, so I have no idea what I'm talking about half the time. I'm just the kind of girl who fights for her friends like Ike, but like way smaller and petite.
All right. Let's see here. Do you have did you set any bonds for yourself before the game? Not like huge matter, but
nah, I didn't think too much about it. I suppose like just toss all of them aside from the ones I get for the other members of this party into like various sports ball teams.
would you have any stronger affiliations towards any of your magical girl compatriots here? Like, is there anyone that you'd be more friends with than the other?
Let's see. We'll say sure. I'll take the other Dan. We can be buds in this.
Dan's gotta stick together.
Amen.
All right. In your real quick, I want you to don't describe what your magical girl looks like because we're going to get to that whenever the first transformation happens. But I need to know, are they a knight? Are they a priestess? What are they?
I am a knight. I am the quintessential defender of the party.
Knight defender. All right. Cool. Let me see here. I think that's all I need to know for the time being. So we're going to bounce it to Fiona.
Okay. Let me pull out my character sheet real fast. I am Yuri Mizuno. She is very otaku, very into a particular manga called Cosmic Princess. And all she wants in her life is to be a magical girl like this one in her favorite manga. But she also likes other mangas, but this one in particular is her favorite. She's very excitable, very very easily obsessed with things, a little bit clingy. But yeah, that's the gist of Yuri.
All right. And what is Yuri? Is Yuri priestess, knight, what?
She is a witch.
She is a witch. So she's all offense.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any particular stronger bonds to any of the fellow magical girls?
Let me click through them really fast. I would say I'm gonna actually also say Maple. I'm gonna say Maple and maybe Kumiko. A little bit less, probably Maple a little bit more. I feel like if I'm reading Maple's character sheet correctly, we could kind of like do cutesy, weird stuff together.
Okay. All right, Kitty.
Okay, I'm Kimiko Harada. My magical girl specialization is priestess.
All right.
As far as like my normal life, I am very sick. Not only was I in a car accident 2 years ago that left me paralyzed from the waist down, I also have cystic fibrosis, and the car accident did not help with the whole life expectancy thing. So my life expectancy is 20, and that's kind of approaching fast because I'm 16.
All right. Do you have any other connections with your fellow magical girls? Stronger than others?
I mean, other than what, maybe I know Yuri a bit better, if, Yuri might be nicer to me more than just, like, the usual pity that you get from people.
Mhm.
If you will, like, binge watch with me, like we're buddies.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what else can I do?
Okay, good.
I'm not very active. But yeah, she's pretty geeky and nerdy, and spends a lot of time like online and watching anime and other stuff. She's really close to her parents and all that. She's an only child.
All right, and Bogue. Dan.
All right. So I am Maple Oakhart. I am the random foreign exchange student, and judging by my name, I've been told I'm either Canadian or from like Rivendell or somewhere in the D&D world.
You're an exchange student from the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah, just popped up out of some kind of portal. But yeah, I am kind of it's more like a culture shock thing. So the bonds that I have like aren't really strong, but they're very protective. So I'd probably be with the Holy Dandelions and Fiona for sure, and probably Stout's defender of Kitty as well. But I'm definitely a prankster, so.
And a prankster. All right. And are you a Night Witch or Priestess?
Priestess. That's rather important, huh?
All right, so we got a defender, an offense, and 2 support. All right.
Very well balanced.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone gets a pocket support.
It's true.
All right. I can hear my cat screaming. All right. Either way, let's go ahead and get started then. So, as I said, you all go to Kagagami High, which, for anyone else who would know, is a nice little Easter egg for other of Clooney's games. It is an upper crust sort of high school, kind of a college prep sort of high school. Usually the best and the brightest go to this high school. Let's see here. It is currently Tuesday, and you all have just arrived to school. What are the first kind of things that your characters would do?
I feel like I would go and try to find my friends before class starts and be like, oh my god, guys, last night you will not believe what I found. And then I tell them some sort of like clickbait fun facts about Cosmic Princess.
I'm pretty sure I'm just clutching my caffeine for deal life and hoping to get through the first couple hours of the day without getting whiplash or otherwise injuring my head.
All right.
Yeah.
How about you, Kumiko?
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna go to class and then just take out my book and start reading. Because hall is crowded, it takes a little bit of maneuvering. People generally move, but sometimes they don't pay attention. So generally just go straight to class, get myself set up, and a story.
Yuri is talking at you the whole time, and you're probably not in the same class, but she's just like sitting at a desk just continuously talking to you.
And I will pull out my new manga and be like, I got this.
Oh my god. What do you think?
I've only got halfway through it. It's like, seems like they're taking a different approach this time. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't want to give you any spoilers, but someone dies and it was clearly out of nowhere. I don't know what's going on.
And Miki.
You're very muted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
No, Dan.
Miki
Come back.
slept in.
My god, she's a mute.
Oh, still can't hear you. Oh no.
We had him completely fine for a while. What?
Yeah.
What about now?
Yeah, there you go.
All right. I should get a new computer soon. Then yeah, I just put away all my stuff, go check out my various club rooms, make sure things are where they need to be, and then I go to class and basically just try to bum around until lunch because school is not fun.
Okay. So
Well, it's for
I want-
nerds.
Yeah.
to describe for each of you what's kind of going on during your day. In particular, today seems a little odd to you. Like, you can't help but notice, like, strange things out of the corner of your eye, things that kind of don't make sense. Maybe you were on the subway heading over here and you could have swore that you saw a person staring at you in a trench coat, but it wasn't really a person. It was just kind of like darkness with a giant set of eyes and teeth. Not much to really think about, but even as like you're kind of like looking around, it seems like the world itself is kind of warping and twisting in the corner of your eye. How would your characters feel about this?
It's probably
I
gonna
would
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
Kiki, you were last, so let's hear.
Okay, so it's probably pretty strange. Ideally, it will not affect my after-school activities, but I'm on edge most of the day. Probably not paying too much attention in class, seeing if everything is sort of off on the corner of my eye. Maybe a little paranoid about things now.
All right, let's see here. Yuri.
I take what I've learned from Cosmic Princess, and I make sure to be extra aware of my surroundings, maybe taking some notes of like where and when strange things are happening, and then like really, really hoping that soon a magical girl transformation or some kind of cool event is coming. But I'm on the outside very serious about it because I'm a master detective, of course.
Of course.
Yes.
Kumiko.
I'm definitely unsettled. I just kind of want to go home and not deal with whatever's going on. Maybe it's just a bad day. Just don't want anything bad to happen. Enough bad shit has happened.
And Maple.
Caffeine. I need more caffeine.
Clearly, you're still asleep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see here. So, you all go through school relatively okay. The same stress of getting everything done. Midterms are right around the corner. Things like that. You all have the same class together, which, strangely enough, is English literature class that you all took as an elective.
Maple does fantastic in this class.
I'm great at this. I just sleep through it.
Just before lunch, you're all sitting around in class waiting for your professor, Mr. Yamamoto, to come in. Or Yamamoto Sensei. Let's see here. I'll roll a die to determine who. Okay, Kumiko. So every day you sit next to a girl. You don't really pay much attention to her. She doesn't really talk to you. You don't talk to her. But today she seems very tired for some reason. She looks a little more worn out than she typically is, even for someone who like is in high school and doesn't get enough sleep anyways. Her name is Nari Yanagita, and very kind of pretty girl, very quiet, soft spoken. You start to look at her and you notice that there might even be like bruises or stuff that she's covering up with a long sleeve shirt. How would you respond to that?
Well, are we like in class right now? Has class started?
Class has not started yet.
Okay.
There's still a little bit of a rile, the before class, like, settle down moment.
I don't know if she'd really say anything. I think she just kind of would make note of it and maybe talk to her after class, if anything.
All right. Let's see here. So, after a while, Yamamoto comes in. He is a very stern-looking man. He wears very thick glasses and has very well-combed black hair. Very much has always kind of a stern face about him. Like he's like, that everything is serious business to this guy. He sits down. He's like, "Well, class, I am sure that you read our latest chapter on Macbeth, as well as reading a couple of the play yourself." So he kind of looks around the room. You all kind of remain silent. Maybe you did your homework, maybe you didn't.
Wow, we're bad students.
He looks over. It's like, "Miki, or Miss Kawaguchi, I'm sure you did your homework, correct?
Yes.
Then I'm sure that you'd be able to tell me who is the person that kills Macbeth in the third act of the play that is named after. Who is the quote-unquote hero?"
I want to say Banquo. I'm not 100% on that, though. It's been a while since I've actually read Macbeth.
He looks at you all sternly like, "You see, if you actually did your homework, Miss Kawaguchi, you would know that it was Macduff, a character that shows up in the third act to kill Macbeth. Banquo was his friend who he kills." He kind of like gives you that stern, like, "I'm disappointed" look at you.
Partial.
I don't know if it's like I don't think that like raising your hand as much as like a thing. I think you're just called on. But I just want to say, Kimiko would have just like hand up in the back of the class, like, oh, I know it. Oh, I know.
He purposely ignores you being kind of a Hermione Granger sort of thing.
Yeah, basically.
Just, with Professor Snape, where he's just like, "Yeah, I know you know the fucking answer." So, Miki, as you're sitting there, kind of like getting called out by the professor, who kind of wanted to like pick on you today, kind of stick you a little bit. You look down at your paper and you see what looks to be an otter with wings laying on your desk, staring at you.
Okay. Gonna like.
Simba,
Am I-
stop that. Sorry, my
No,
cat's trying to
Simba,
get
keep
to a thing.
going.
Let's
Is
see.
Simba the otter?
Yeah, Simba is the otter.
This fat little otter.
This otter is staring at you.
Does it have like a? Can I put my hand through it, or is it just there?
You try to touch it, and it kind of like swoops around and flies around your head. And then it starts to talk to you, but does not open its mouth. It kind of is talking to you telepathically, and it's like, "Man, this guy is such a dick, isn't he?"
I'm just nodding. Like, yeah.
"Oh, you can talk to me with your mind."
Then I like Professor X this shit very clearly.
"Hi.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Yeah. What's your name?"
Miki Kawaguchi, and you are?
"I'm Ishu Masuda."
I am not going to remember that.
"Oh, come on, it's really easy."
Just gonna call
Ishu.
you Ishi.
"Fine, whatever. Listen, I'm into some really cool stuff. Would you like to maybe meet me after class?" And he kind of like even does like the finger guns with otter hands at you.
Sure. Why not?
This is how you get hooked on drugs, kids.
"All right, well, meet me in the classroom next to this one. It's going to be empty after the next class, and I'll give you a talk over about what I mean."
Okay.
Shadow.
Seems
Oh, yeah.
legit. I'll just meet an otter in a room for some weird stuff.
All right, let's see here. I'll roll again. Okay, Maple,
Yeah.
what are you doing in class right now? Are you paying attention to class, or are you just kind of like
No.
need more caffeine?
No, I'm just kind of like banging my head on the desk when he's talking about Macbeth.
You feel kind of like a tap on your shoulder, or like maybe it's a gust of wind. You're not really sure. and suddenly you see an otter staring at you.
What?
It's even trying to kind of fish your head, fish its head underneath you while you're banging your head, and it's like, hey, Maple.
Hey? What? Why? How?
Shh, let's
The
not even
fuck?
worry about that right now. Listen, I need a good Canadian on my side.
First
you want to
of
go on?
all, how the fuck do you know I'm Canadian? I'm obviously looking very Japanese right now in my... Okay, never mind. Second of all, how do you know my name?
See, that's not important right now. What is important is that there is a great world of adventure out there for you. I just need you to come meet me and Miki in the classroom next door after this is all done.
Right. There's a talking otter in my head right now, so I'm gonna go back to sleep and maybe hit the nurse's office for my concussion.
But, Maple, I'm not a concussion. I'm a Tsukaima.
No, you're an otter, and you're in my head, so can you please leave me alone, because Hamlet's boring enough, and I just don't need this right now.
The otter kind of rolls its eyes and is like, oh, fine. I'll have to drag you there later, but whatever. And disappears.
And just back to bed.
Alright, so let's do Yuri next up. You hear a whisper in your ear, Yuri. It's like, hey, do you want to be a magical girl?
I turn around to the direction the voice is coming.
You see an otter that is literally floating, with angelic wings floating next to you, with kind of an, I guess, an otter inhuman-like smile on its face.
I stand up immediately, knocking over my desk. In the process, papers fly everywhere.
You hear right,
and I let out a little little scream. My moment has come.
You hear Mr. Yamamoto just being like, Miss Mizuno, what is the meaning of this?
Allergies. Sorry. I start gathering my things, but eye on the flying otter the whole time. I'm like, what do I have to do? Do I spin around? What do I do?
Shh, just sit down.
Sits down, still
You hear a loud whap sound as Mr. Yamamoto is holding a ruler in his hand and is like, Miss Mizuno, another outburst like that and I will see you for detention.
My apologies, and I kind of hunkering down. I just get so excited about Hamlet, and I just start pretending to take notes.
I roll my eyes.
Says, we were talking about Macbeth.
Yeah. He kills Macbeth in the third act. I was listening.
Mr. Yamamoto writes something in his book and just kind of sighs.
0 participation points.
It's like, listen, come to the classroom next door, and you'll get to be a magical girl. But you're at a 10 right now. I need you at a 4.
Okay, go now.
No. After class.
She writes down classroom next door after class, and then starts drawing magical girl costume designs instead of listening to lecture.
As one does.
Yeah. Sounds like me in college,
What are you doing right now? Are you paying attention to the class? What are you doing?
Oh yeah, I'm paying attention. I like school. I mean, I like learning things.
Oh, hi, Simba. You just kind of headbutted my leg. So, as you're paying attention, the otter literally zooms in front of your face. You're watching, and all of a sudden it's just right there. It's like, hey.
I don't remember this being listed as a side effect. of my medicine.
Would you like to walk again?
I mean, yes.
I can help with that.
Okay.
Like the otter kind of like does like a little like loop-de-loop in the air, kind of just like a little playful kind of like swirl, and it's like anything is possible whenever you're a magical girl.
Wait, are you serious?
Well, I'm an otter.
I'm gonna like try to like touch it.
All right. You kind of go through you a little bit, like you feel like a weird sort of sensation roll over you. Clearly there's something there, but it's not like corporeal.
This is weird.
I know, right? But trust me, I'm 100% real.
I can be a magical girl,
Yeah.
and
you
I can walk.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Do I?
I could even possibly cure your illness and make you all better.
Okay.
Sweet. So, join Miki, Kumiko, and Maple in the other room after this class, and I'll give you the details.
Yeah. Okay. Done.
Fantastic. And it kind of like starts to spin around and disappears. So how are you all feeling right now as a gigantic flying otter has been talking to you about being a magical girl?
So wired.
I'm kind of
Fine.
sketched out.
Heart pounding.
Like
I'm
I'll go
probably
check
thinking
out the
about
room, but it's weird.
I'm thinking about getting like sleeping aids after fucking class.
It's like a complete personality shift. Like immediately serious. Like I will do anything. Like if this is a fucking prank, I'm gonna be so pissed off.
That'd be an elaborate prank.
All right, out of character. You
Yeah.
just had a flying otter talk to you about this shit, so I think you might be good on this.
I mean, you know, a prank is more likely than an actual Tsukaima magical girl thing going on.
How many
It's a
pranks have
flying
you been
otter?
involved with that include a flying otter? though?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
This is par for the course for
Normal,
you.
'cause
Projectors
if so, I
exist.
need to hang out with you a lot more. often.
All right, so real quick, I need to know everybody's crisis and everybody's like wish. Like, what do you all have problems in your life with? What is your desires? I'll start with Miki.
My wish is that I wish I could protect all of my friends. And my crisis is that I am hopelessly attracted to somebody I shouldn't be.
Oh. Can you let us know who that is?
Probably like the captain of the volleyball team. I will give her a name after I Google some Japanese names.
All right. Kumiko.
I mean, my wish is to be 100% healthy, and my crisis is that I'm going to die unless I can make the wish.
That was easy, wasn't it? Next up, Yuri.
Hold on. I forgot to make a crisis going on the generator.
You monster.
Was your wish to be a magical girl? Because man, is that about to be fulfilled.
Okay, I do have my wish. My wish is I wish to be the girl that I could look up to, which is Cosmic Princess. So yes. And my crisis, there is online a really useful magical verse character generator that I'm using. Shout out to that. My crisis is trying to make one that kind of makes sense. I am going to go with what my other magical girls is, and my parents died, and now I have to live with my horrible uncle because all of these were about already being a magical girl, which I am not.
All right, and Maple.
All right, so I didn't realize there was a back end to the book that had these things. So I just said my wish would be to end suffering, and my crisis, which was after I found the book, I remember that I had visions that night of the end of the world, and it's clear as day, and I know it's going to happen. So my crisis, I have to try to stop it somehow.
All right.
That's dark for someone named Maple O'Connor.
Listen, have you ever seen syrup? Kind of.
It's very sticky.
All right, so class ends, with nothing else really eventful happening. You do know that you have to eventually write a 5-page paper on deeply critically analyzing the various, methods and whatnot that William Shakespeare used to convey, all of his rich and powerful points. Or in other words, how many ways can you make a dick joke?
Good.
I'm still not doing it.
An entire page is just dedicated to be like, this motherfucker got away with making up words.
You head over to the other class, and it's actually strangely empty. Almost otherworldly empty. The class feels like it's in this sort of it looks like the world around you, but there's something off about it. The world looks very quiet outside. It's almost as if you stepped into another plane of existence. You're in the space between spaces where you can see the world around you, but everything's muffled. As the four of you finally enter, for whatever reasons that you see fit, whether you be gung-ho about it like Yuri, or maybe man, I really need to, I don't know, lay off the caffeine pills with, Maple. Or maybe get on a higher dosage, who knows. As you all come in, the Tsukaima appears with a pop, and you see this flying winged otter with kind of a silverish white coat zipping around the room, and it says, "Oh, fantastic, you all came." So either way, now that you all are here, let me formally introduce myself. My name is Ishu Masuda, or I guess if you would like to be Miki, you can call me Ishu.
Wait.
I am
y'all can see this
tugging
otter too?
on Kumiko's sleeve. I'm it's happening.
Kamiko's just kind of sitting there stone faced.
So either way, I am an adorable little thing called a Tsukaima, and I am here to make magical girls and grant wishes because I need help defending this world from the spirits of darkness. And you all are just the people I need to help fight off these evil, malevolent beings.
Is there a catch?
Oh, not too many catches, no. I mean, you just need to fight the forces of evil. I mean, that's a pretty big catch. I'll give you powers and whatnot to do it, but this isn't exactly playing a game of volleyball here.
I feel
Y'all are seeing
called
this too?
out. Yeah.
This is real?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see.
Or it's a shared hallucination because of a gas leak.
I'm okay with it.
I can see the gas leak happening.
I hope we never get better if it is.
So
we've
here's
gone
the
from
thing.
drugs to huffing gas. Right down the corridor.
This isn't a for-free thing. You see, you are going to be working for me. It's kind of like an employer-employee relationship, where you all fight the spirits of darkness, which they drop what's called Oblivion Seeds. And with the Oblivion Seeds, you can hand them back for me, and you can, if you gather enough, you can get wishes. And I can grant wishes for you. In other words, For instance, Kumiko, I can cure your paralysis and take away your cystic fibrosis. You know, for Yuri, I'm sure you can think of something, considering the fact that I'm about to grant your damn wish. And I mean, Maple, you did want you end suffering, and you've had visions of the end of the world. Well, these Yoma could very well bring about the end of the world. So, honestly, you'd be doing exactly what you want to do. And you get to be paid in wishes later, too. Really,
First of
I see it as a
all,
win-win.
get the hell out of my head, girl. Second of all, why do you know all this about us?
I've been watching you all. It's kind of my job as a Tsukaima.
I kind of pulled Dan aside and go, creepy.
Yeah.
Says, come on, Miki, wouldn't you want the, captain of the volleyball team to love you? I know you do.
Ooh, called out.
I mean,
Like,
ideally, I can do that on my own. If I have to wish for it, it's not like a real love.
Oh, no, I can't grant that wish where I just force them to, but I can certainly give you the tools to do it yourself.
Being a magical girl will help me get a girlfriend.
Well, yes, of course.
I would like to put out this point. I get real offended and be like, bitch, she's fabulous as it is. So
Yeah.
get the fuck up out of here with that shit.
It seems like an ad that you would get on a website. Become a magical
Yeah.
girl, get all the ladies.
Just take these 3 pills a day.
There
I
are
mean,
13
I have
magical
to
girls
think-
within 5 miles of you.
It would be pretty effective.
It would. I mean, I don't have anything better to do. Sure, might as well.
I did hear something about powers, though. Yeah.
Yes, you get to have powers. Fantastic powers.
Go on.
Yes, well, in order to be a magical girl, you have to have powers to fight these Yoma, or spirits of darkness. So I would be giving you all wonderful magical powers. I think
Go
I have
on.
your attention.
That's not real descriptive, but I like where you're going with it.
Your head's in the right place.
Yeah. You
Well-
had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
How about I make one, or how about I show you all for myself? Hold on a second. And Ishu disappears and returns, and there is a spark, and suddenly you see a girl standing before you. She is wearing what could best be described as a yellow and light blue maid outfit. She has a gigantic buster sword, and she has this really badass eyeliner kind of whipping around, and there's kind of glitter on her cheeks. Kumiko, you noticed this as the girl who was sitting next to you in class.
Ah.
She says, "Hey everybody, my name is Starshine, and I am here because I'm a magical girl, just like you all are about to be."
You're like a Swedish Cloud Strife. I'm real
Listen,
confused.
I'm a really big fan of Final Fantasy, so guess what? He actually made it so that I could actually live out my fantasies of fighting evildoers with giant buster swords. Y'all might also know me as Nari.
Wait, what?
I'm in your goddamn class.
Yeah, I know. What? I'm pretty sure you don't look like the kind of girl that can, throw around a buster sword.
Oh,
No
come
offense.
on.
No offense.
Also gives you a great amount of endurance, speed, strength. Watch this, and she takes out the sword and starts doing tricks with it and flinging it into the air and
We are in a classroom.
This is a really,
There's
There's
really
like dead desks now. It's over.
In
It's
awe,
over.
Nari is my new favorite person. I'm obsessed
like-
with her. I want to be her.
similar to
Hey,
Zoro.
Ishi, not to rain in your parade, but I don't think we need this really weird infomercial thing you're setting up here.
Listen, come on. I'm trying to convince you all to be magical girls because I need you all right now.
Kamiko, she's gonna do the thing with the sword.
Sure.
And so she
Why
actually
not?
carves her name, Nari, into the chalkboard with her sword, with a little heart where the eye should be.
I feel like you're gonna get in trouble for that.
I
Oh, don't
It's
worry.
just like
Find a new
nosebleeds, like every night you say, I just like blood spurting out of my nose, like I am.
Come on, they could DNA test that. We're not gonna have a freaking alibi at this point.
Listen, don't worry. I'll take care of all of it, says Ishu. Just, are you all in? It seems like you're in. I'll tell you what, let me show you all with one of your friends. And so the otter goes over and makes Yuri transform into her magical girl. So Yuri, I now need you to describe what your magical girl transformation is, what you look like, and whatnot.
What my transformation is, or what I look like?
Both. Like, let's go through the whole process now.
Okay, I am imagining that this transformation is literally the transformation from Sailor Moon. And and then my costume is pretty Sailor Scout inspired. It's all white, and the skirt is pink and white and yellow. I have high socks with Mary Janes. I have like little pigtails on top of my head that have pink and yellow ribbons, and I'm in my head, for reference, I'm imagining that I look like Sakura from Cardcaptor Sakura, because I am Yuri in real life, apparently. This is why I made us play this game today.
What is your magical power and element, and your weapon?
Oh, you are right. And beside me, when I finish my transformation, a little floating hamster that looks like the Hamtaru appears next to me, and she has slung across her back a quiver that have heart-shaped arrows in it, and she has a golden bow, and when she shoots them, hearts and the power of love spurt out, I guess. They don't spurt out.
That's getting a little.
That was a bad way to
I was about
describe
to
it.
say that's the
PG-13,
wrong
right?
kind of anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a ray of love. It's not. There's no spurting. This is E-rated.
I don't know if there's any coming back from that.
Yeah. All right, stream over. See you next time, guys.
Yeah.
We're already there. They're spurting.
So
yeah.
Your
All
hot steamy
magical-
love is all over the freaking classroom now, and
Yeah. She
Well,
like
it's-
is in a pose. Think the pose that Sailor Mars strikes in Sailor Moon, just the like kind of like over your shoulder, like strong stance. And there's all sorts of hearts coming up behind her because this is an anime.
Right. So after this is all done, you all are now staring at a fully transformed Yuri. And what is Yuri's magical name? Go ahead.
Cosmic Princess Yuri, of course. And she breaks from her pose after transformation. She's like, just so excited. Yeah.
Amazing.
Ishi's like, look at me, granting wishes, being all awesome.
Yes.
I just gotta slowly like slink up and just kind of like touch it, make sure it's real.
What are you touching?
Just just shoulder, like, wait, what?
Okay.
It's like, guys, this is a family show.
Yeah, this
I
is quickly
know,
going.
This is going so downhill.
This is going off the rails. Oh, I'm done.
We've been sidetracked.
You both can leave the stream now.
You said
Damn
the
it.
name of the thing.
She's,
Credits
she's,
roll.
like,
See you guys next
tickling the
time.
stomach
Yeah.
of her little
We're done here.
hamster.
So, are you all cool with this or what? Because this is pretty awesome.
Yes. I agree. I will do it.
I
I
am.
don't
I
think you have a choice now.
yeah, I'm absolutely.
You just got the powers.
It was like,
I'm game. Why not?
Yeah.
Kumiko?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, God damn it, Nick.
What did you do?
I saw into the chat and I was like, no.
I
Oh,
know. That's terrible.
Nicholas, stop it.
Nicholas.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. So, who wants to go next with their transformation?
Me.
All right, Kumiko.
Well, well, the most noticeable thing is going to be that just somewhere in the transformation, the wheelchair just kind of disappears. You don't even notice it. And she's standing, and it's her outfit's like Lolita style. It's like blues and whites and golds, and she just has like this like comically kind of large but like very fancy magic tome. That's like tote spellbook style, like the big ribbon bookmark coming out of it. Ribbons in her hair and stuff. And the tome is her weapon. Her magical element is blood. We'll see how that comes up later.
It's not
And
creepy in the least
I'm
bit.
tote standing.
Tote standing. So, what is your magical girl name?
My magical girl name is Mystical Savior Kumiko.
Mystical Savior Kumiko. So, I need to stress for the people watching that I'm like sitting over here lording over notes and whatnot, and like I looked up at the chat and saw like the top of my head for a while, so I'm gonna try not to loom so far over my notes to the point where you can't see my face anymore. All right. So, anything else you'd like to add, Kitty, before we move on?
Nope. Other than the fact that I'm standing and in shock, that just staring at my legs, and that's basically where I am at right now.
Yep.
I'm like I'm like moving my legs around.
Their
Like
totes
Very
working.
Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Dig it.
All right. I'll roll next for the next two. Okay, Maple.
All right. So I'm gonna assume you just see like there's just the wind coming around me, and like you just see flower petals come in, completely like take over, like you can't see through them, and then I end up coming out of it with a green dress with flowers like adorned all over it, and I am nature based, shockingly, but yeah, I actually don't know if I have anything else for that.
Yeah, well, which
I did not think this through. I am a bow weapon, but it kind of grows out of my hand. So like, just put my hand out, and then the grow will come out, and then you just pull back and fire like green energy of.
It's like grass sword with Adventure Time.
But a bow.
Yeah.
And what is your magical girl name?
Go for Aurora because that's all I came up with.
All right, Aurora. So finally, Miki.
All right. So rocks sort of form around me and obscure me from view, and then it sort of crumbles away to sand. And beneath it, I'm wearing a green sort of kimono. For a better vision of this, like imagine what a Kyoshi warrior wears, but it's not like super long leg-wise. It's pretty short, and I've got like shorts underneath it.
Ooh.
I like that.
Yeah, there's like bits of rock, sort of like armor adorning it. And I'm carrying a big ass battle axe about the size of myself.
Hot.
See, what I'm
Just kind of whisper,
picturing,
yeah, compensating.
I can't help but think of a comical moment where Miki is like, transforming and like the rocks fall too soon, and she's like putting on a shoe or something, like hopping on one foot, like no, not yet.
Hold on, the quick change isn't done. I'm just wearing that beneath my other clothes,
Right.
like 24/7, waiting for this moment.
Like Superman.
All right, and what's your magical girl name?
I am a terracotta warrior.
Oh, I like it.
You have all the cool
What is
stuff.
playing
I like
your
yours a
mini-suit?
lot.
Thanks.
All right. So after you've all transformed and you're on your cool like stance, Cosmic Princess Yuri, Mystical Savior Kumiko, Aurora, Terracotta Warrior, as well as Starshine, your friend or acquaintance, Nari Yanagita. And at that point, the Tsukaima, Ishu Masuda, looks at you and is like, all right, great, fantastic. So you're all magical girls now. So here's the thing, is that there's kind of a Yoma already here, and I need you to kill it. So I will talk to you whenever that's done. I'll see you later. And poof, and disappears.
Draw the bow.
Fucking honors.
At that point, Nari, or Starshine right now, comes up and is like, oh, sweet. I'm so glad to finally have new new teammates to fight these things with.
Is he always this much of an asshole?
Yeah, well, he's okay. It's kind of he grows on you over time.
All right, we all just did whatever the fuck we just did.
Mhm.
He's telling us about things that we have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. So you want to fill us in? Because he's obviously not.
Yeah, sure. So listen, here's pretty much what you all are doing: is you're facing the forces of darkness. They're called Yoma.
Yeah, he
And-
said that. Past that, I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
And well, past that, basically, I mean, he was serious about that you will be facing the forces of darkness. The difference being is that there's a lot of them, and really we have to stop them from taking over the world. The thing is that only people our age are close enough to the magical realms to really be able to affect it and fight them. What else?
So
We're
wait,
gonna
this
get a
is
wish.
just like
We have to get the Oblivion Seeds. We're gonna get a wish.
Precisely. You get enough Oblivion Seeds, then the Tsukaima can grant you a wish, and it could be anything.
Do we each get one when we kick this thing's ass?
Oh no, usually there's only one or so, but sometimes they drop a lot, and that way you guys can get a wish.
Well, I'm gonna say that that Kumiko should probably take them because in retrospect my wish is pretty selfish compared to hers.
I got my wish basically. I'm okay with taking the least amount and thinking and making myself really rich or something later. But I'm good. I'm good. I got this.
Technically, that kind of is my wish, just for one person, though.
Mm.
All right, well,
We'll just split them up between you two at first, and then we'll figure it out
Yeah.
with us later. With you and me, Miki.
I'm glad we kind of worked that out, but listen, there's a Yoma in the school right now. We need to go find it.
I run out the
Right.
door. Let's go.
So just kind of like a random thing. Do we understand how our weaponry works and all that stuff at this point, or do we just kind of get, ta-da, here you go, good luck, get the fuck out?
Yeah, it's kind of as you change to your magical girl form, you kind of have this idea that you know how to use exactly what you're using. You can't really describe how, but it's just kind of it feels like it's always been there,
Okay.
Deep down inside of us.
It was in you the whole time, champ.
Oh, shucks.
I don't think Yuri knows where she's going, so
Nah,
I'm gonna wait
I'm gone.
for.
I'm running.
I'm gonna wait for Nari to tell us where we're going.
So yeah, Nari's like, wait, no, and suddenly you all burst out of the door, and you find yourself not in your school, but in this sort of magical other plane. The world looks odd and distorted. It kind of looks like a Picasso sort of painting where everything is warped and twisted and things aren't exactly as it should be. You look at the ground beneath you, and it kind of has this sort of look, while the tiles themselves are kind of squared off little very neutral colors. They're now black and white and kind of in the shape of trapezoids. You're running down what is the quote-unquote hallway of this place, and you see before you, we're going to get to you, Yuri, first, because you're going to be a couple of steps ahead of the others in this fight.
All
right, so this is probably where I'm going to need help coming in, because we're going to get into our first combat, because you see the stalker that would have been following all of you this entire time, wearing the trench coat with nothing but the blackness and a smile. Yuri, you're the first to see it because this thing is like, its smile keeps getting wider and wider to the point where it would, like, if it was a human smile, the smile would currently be touching their forehead.
Oh.
That's normal.
It
Eyes
off its
narrow
coat.
at it.
Hmm.
Eyes narrow.
It flings off the coat, and what you see is this mishmash of like various like distorted body parts. The mouth is like a twisted, almost a circle-like grin around this thing's like supposed head. Its eyes are yellow and like with this like red slit in the middle. Its body parts seem to be like, imagine someone cutting out pictures from a magazine and plastering them together. Like, it looks like it's just this like jigsawed, ugly looking creature that's kind of like shambling towards you at like it shambles what looks to be at a slow speed, but you see as it kind of like zips forward, zips forward, zips forward.
We're fighting like really creepy
That
Sonic
don't
the
look
Hedgehog.
Pretty much.
Hedgehogs and otters.
All right, so we're going to enter into combat, and I don't know how to really display this. I didn't think about this part through, but there are 5 stages to it. Would we like to do theater of the mind, kind of describe where we are?
Or I could draw it really fast. No, I can't. Never mind.
I could do theater of the mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Oh,
pretty
good.
basic. Just
Yeah.
5 positions.
Yeah.
I will post an image in chat so that we have like a rough go to see what we're looking at here.
Perfect, and I will describe it using the 5 stages because it's Flower Garden, Elysium, Purgatory. The 4th one's Darkness. Is that right? Darkness?
Hades.
Hades. And then the 5th one was
Abyss.
Abyss. Okay.
I lied to Tom about what they were earlier.
I cannot believe you did such a thing.
I
So,
know. I'm
I
so
am
close
sorry.
to him.
I need to go use the bathroom and get a pin that's not Dinah. We'll be right back. Until then, you guys can entertain the crowd.
That's
There's a
cool.
bunch of
will-
guests, Mia Moore.
I will also use the bathroom. Haha.
That's not very
Oh,
entertaining,
Hey,
man.
hey. Calm down, you two.
Gonna yell at cats.
You gotta put that on
My cat
screen.
is
I think
not
that's how it
here.
works.
Yeah, we
Sorry,
had
the cats keep running in here and then growling at each other.
All right, I'd like to point out you're streaming. You have cats available to you, and you're not putting them on the fucking screen.
Well, it's
Pay the
because
freaking cat tax. Come on.
they're busy yelling at each other, but I'll see if I can grab data.
So what I'm hearing is they want to talk.
Yeah. We had Ellie on stream a few weeks ago. I think you can find on YouTube. It was during one of our question. Shada.
It's a cat.
Hi, Shada. At one of our question sessions where we had the brief appearance of a cat. I
Shada,
forget
you're
her cat's
famous.
name, but she was very beautiful.
It's a cat. I
And-
was expecting.
It was a lot of fun.
Say hi.
Shada is such a good girl. We couldn't see Simba earlier, but I assure you, he is
She's
very
very
large.
irritated with me.
She's like, why are you doing this? I don't want to be on camera.
Excuse me.
Pay me my usual
Oh.
appearance fee.
All right, I'm back.
Daniel is not one
It's
of
all right.
them.
No, we'll have the cat play it.
Okay, she's purring.
50%.
Oh,
of
hey,
it.
shut up.
Oh, there's Dan.
I have returned.
Okay, that was a quick bathroom break. Great job, guys.
We had to go. Like, I was like, just go, 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 speed pee.
Yeah, we got a cat, so I think that
Yeah.
was sufficient
Honestly, it's a win-win.
entertainment. Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, now she thinks that she's like owed my lap. So
I mean,
But
she
she
is.
is.
Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Come on.
I mean that's fair.
We already have an otter in the game. Why not have a cat too?
We have a hamster too. No cat though.
We also have a Dan, so
Yeah. Two
We
of
have
I
a
them.
was
moose.
tempted to make it
No,
like
no,
a
just one.
jellyfish because of an anime I really like called Princess Jellyfish. But I
Speaking
made
of
it a
Dan.
hamster because of Hamtaru.
Is there a way that to determine initiative?
Yeah, more or less. We decide if it goes first or if we do, and then whenever we're done with that, we determine in what order we go.
Do we roll
So-
for it or anything, or?
No,
No,
you
we
just,
just
you
decide.
just decide.
All right.
Good. The democracy. I like it. Do you guys want to go first, or do you want it to go first?
I think knowing Yuri, we would go first.
Okay.
That's fair.
I think seeing
Uh,
something literally smiling to its frickin' forehead would be enough to make me go, nope.
Yep. Panic arrow.
Yeah.
All
So
right,
you
so
all-
If I'm
first.
close enough, I don't even know if I'm close enough.
Have you all determined an order for which ones you will go?
Yuri's going first, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess as the knight defender person, I can go second if everyone's cool with that.
I'm probably going last because it'll probably take a second or two to figure out how to make a bow and arrow.
Then I will
Alright.
go
How
third.
do I do this?
Kumiko, would you like to go before or after Nari?
I'll go after Nari.
All right, so let's see here. So then Nari and Kumiko. So I have the initiative order being Yuri, Miki, Nari, Kumiko, Maple, and then the Yoma.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
To give you all a description of how the board is currently set up, like I said, it is in 5 stages. Stage 1 is Flower Garden, where you typically start out. That is where Miki, Maple, and Kumiko are. You have Elysium next. That is where Nari currently is. You have Purgatory, which is where Yuri currently is. Hades, and then Abyss, where the Yoma starts. And luckily, thanks to Daniel, I have this lovely action sheet reference guide that I can look at.
I don't know if I post that in the chat, but do the rest of you guys want it too?
It's in the
Yes.
chat.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So,
'Cause
and everybody
all that
has-
made no sense to me whatsoever.
It's basically a stage. Like, just imagine 1 through 5.
All right.
5, you're currently at 1. And you have to move through these stages as movements. You have a major action and a minor action. Major actions can be taking a basic combat. A major action can be disengaging from combat. A minor action can be something like movement, which you get to move 1 position from where you currently are.
Alrighty.
All right, so how about we start with Yori, and then by the time we get to Maple, you might have generally a better idea of how we're going to do the movement and how actions are going to be done.
Okay. So, remind me, please, from 2 spaces away, can I hit it with a ranged attack like my bow and arrow?
Yes, you
Yes.
can.
Okay. I am going to draw my bow and panic, let it loose.
All right,
Like,
so you roll
ah!
86.
That is a wait. Do I add anything to it?
Yeah, what is your attack score or your offense one?
That is 4 plus 9 for 13.
All right.
Oh, it doesn't mention this in the book, and I'm sorry to interrupt you real quick, Tanner. But so if the Yoma manages to meet defense-wise,
Mhm.
does the defender win or does the attacker win?
I'm going to say the attacker wins.
Okay. So it has to get a 13 or below for you to hit it.
All right, so and you rolled a 14.
13. is
I
what you got.
rolled a 13. Yeah.
All right. Let's see here, and this was for against its defense, correct?
Yes.
All right, that is going to hit.
Sweet. So another 2d6.
That is correct.
Nah, attacking is just 1d6. Or damage-wise, yeah.
Boo.
1d6 plus 2 if it's a melee attack.
Yeah, 1d6 plus 2 for
Okay.
melee, and then 1d6.
Then you
plus-
also You also get a +2 to damage for each overcharge you incur.
That's only if
Okay.
you boost, though.
See what I mean? This is where I could use Dan's help a lot.
Yeah. I rolled 2. Do I add anything to it? Just
Let's see. No, nothing for melee. Nothing for ranged.
okay. And then I believe, since I didn't move, that I can also put a hex on it.
Correct.
All right. So hex. And we don't have all witches like we do in our other games, so we can't just have it taking like 20 damage at the beginning of each turn.
Nope.
It is not happy with you. Kind of has a look on
Alright.
its face right now that you're going to be first, Yuri.
Good. I welcome it.
All right. So if that is your turn, then we're going to move down to Miki.
I will spend both my minor and major action to get myself into purgatory.
All right. You're currently in purgatory with Yuri.
Yep. Perfect.
Got that on my board right here. Next up is Nari. And Nari is going to spend her major and minor action to move up to Hades. All right. Next up is Kumiko.
Okay. I'm going to find my character sheet. Okay. Yeah. I'm just going to use both actions just to get into purgatory.
All right. And Maple, is there anything that you would like to do?
That sounds like a good choice. I'll do the same.
All right. Next up is the Yoma's turn, and currently we have 4 in Purgatory and Nari in Hades. So, the Yoma's turn. The Yoma moves forward with lightning fast speed. Was going to go after Yuri, but then saw this tasty morsel of Nari in front of him. I guess I should say. And is going to attempt to attack Nari along the way. Is going to succeed. As Nari takes a giant chunk, like it's a giant chunk out of her shoulder taken from this thing's like vicious bite. You see blood squirt as,
Alright.
She yelps in pain.
Can I take that shield action and reduce 5 of it?
I do believe so. So as this thing happens then, with your action, the wound starts to heal magically and reforms. So going back to the top of the round, we have Yuri again.
All right. Do we change? Do we do the dice roll to change in what level we are?
For the first fight, I'm going to say no.
Okay. So, where is the Yuma exactly?
At least for the first round, it seems. Just so I can, mainly for my benefit of getting comfortable with combat. The next couple of rounds we're
Right.
going to, but I'm going to forgo that.
Yeah.
I think it's in 4 for
which
your
level is it?
information.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. Yeah.
That's
it
where
is
the
in
Yuma was.
Hades.
Okay. Then I am going to once again draw my bow and arrow
Mhm.
and try to hit it. That is going to be 19.
That's a hit.
All right. And then it takes 4 damage, and I'm going to put another hex on it.
All right.
And
As
that's
you
my
hex
turn.
it, and this thing starts to distort just a little bit and kind of reforms. Now the smile is turned into a very a frown that sort of becomes like a circle.
Yeah, my hamster runs up on my shoulder and chirps in my ear. Maybe like hides in my quiver or something.
And Miki.
All right. I will, as a minor action, move into its zone, so I am also in Hades now. And then I'm gonna try to get it with a melee attack.
All right. Do you incur overcharge for each successful strike?
You don't for each successful strike, but if you get a 6, like this is all
Oh.
actually, yeah, depending on you. If
There it
yeah,
is.
if you want. I
And
think
it's 5 when something bad happens, right?
uh,
5.
2
Overcharge?
is a minor distortion, 4 is a major, 6 is a minor change, 8 is a major change, and 10 higher is like I think they're called fallouts.
Fallout.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what the magic one is anyway. So I got a 15 to hit it.
All right, yeah, that's gonna hit.
All right. I can't see what the damage I did underneath that is.
7.
7, cool. My the thing stayed. So I use 7 damage, and then as a free action on Nari, I'm gonna put up a reflector on her, and what that means is the next time she gets hit, she ignores like 3 points of damage as rocks take most of the brunt.
All right. Sounds good. So next up is Nari, and Nari is going to take her Buster Sword and swing it. All right. Nari is going to miss, though. And so for her minor action, I think that she is going to stay put for the time being. Kumiko.
Okay. As a minor action, I'm going to curse it. And I'm going to give it the bleeding condition.
All
Bleeding
right.
status effect.
Cool.
And I guess as a major action, no one seems to need any healing or anything. So I will do my range attack on it, and it's going to totally look like... So I've had the book in one hand, and then just my hand out. It's like it's just totes blood bending. Like I'm just gonna just crush like nothing in my hand, and I'm just gonna try to like use its blood just to like pull it down to the floor and just crush.
That's mean.
So
Roll for it.
rolling for it. One of the 6s exploded.
All right.
So that's, but it's, hold on, need to add stuff. 9, basic math, 16.
16?
Yeah, to hit.
All right. 16 to hit. That's a hit.
Okay, and then my damage is just a 1, or do I add anything to it because it's ranged, or is it just flat because it's ranged?
It's just flat because
That's
it's
flat
ranged.
because ranged.
1 damage.
Ooh, how vicious.
Yeah.
All right.
It looked really cool though.
And Dan, because of that 1/6, did she incur an overcharge for that?
I did.
Yeah, I'm double checking right now, but I think
I have the book open.
Is it any 6 or is it just when you boost?
And it's any 6. Any 6, when it explodes, you get overcharge. But you also get a +2 to your damage, so that should actually be 3 damage.
Ooh, even more. All right. See, with like the combined efforts of Dan and myself, we can get this finished. All right. So next up is Maple's turn.
All right, I'm gonna try to use sorcery and do that whole kind of like poison ivy type thing, where vines come out of the sides of the walls and attempts to bind the what's it called? The whatever
Yoma.
smile. It
Yoma.
makes smile face in place.
All right.
Is that a 2d6 or is that
This
Yeah,
should be a 2d6.
any magical action is a 2d6 exploding.
okay? Oh, that is not what I wanted. That's a lot. What gets added to that one?
Whatever your attack attribute is. So, which one did you make your attack?
I'm
gonna pop over to your sheet.
It's +6 and +3 for combat casting.
Nice.
So 24.
That's wow.
You're attacking with fury.
All right, so do your damage then, or no, it's bound.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess basically vines just kind of shoot out of nowhere and just kind of start wrapping it up. Let's see here, and I'm trying to look up what does it mean to be bound.
It on our sheets. There's a little area for it for our own handy little note. Movement uses a major action now, and if it tries to do any challenge, it takes a -2 to all of them.
And it's also bleeding, so it takes 2 damage at the start of each round until it's like no longer bleeding.
All right,
Which it can roll a support too. Each turn, it can use a minor action to clear a status effect. It has to roll a support challenge against us. So against Kitty, it would roll support versus their support roll, and then for Bogue, it would roll versus theirs.
Okay. So the creature is going to, realizing that it can no longer attack its target, is now going to attack Miki.
All right. So I need to make a defense roll.
Correct. And let me know what you got.
I got 16.
All right, it's still going to hit you.
That's okay.
For 5 damage.
I'll shield that for 5.
All right.
Good shit. Good shit. That's some good shit.
That actually puts me at 2 overcharge too, so I don't know what that means, but
That doesn't
We'll get
happen
to
functionally
overcharge
until
now.
okay.
Because then I get a roll on a very nifty table, and I'm looking forward to that.
Stop it.
Yeah, I had to stop them.
Let them do what they want.
They're gonna like attack each other though.
That's not good. Gotta just talk it out.
This thing takes a little bit more damage at the top of the round. All right, and so it is Yuri's turn.
Yuri's turn. So okay, so she's gonna ranged attack it again. Gotta find the correct. Oh gosh. Pressing all the wrong buttons.
Oh darn.
Ooh, hell yeah. I had 2 6s explode for a total of 25.
Beautiful.
Jesus.
I think that hits.
Sweet.
Nah.
Do I
Oh.
take overcharge for that or no?
Yeah.
Take
Yeah.
2 overcharge.
Okay, and which one?
Your
Whatever your
attack's at.
attack.
Okay. All right. And then going to roll my damage. And it's a 1. Do I add anything since I got the 2 6s or no?
+4.
+4. So 5.
All right.
Because you get
And
+2
then,
for each exploding 6.
Okay. And then another hex. 'Cause I hate this dude.
It's fair. It's your first time as a magical girl. You got to make a good impression.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is, let's see here, Miki.
All right. I am going to, I guess, try to swing him, hit him with my axe again.
All
That
right.
is a 14. I get another attack overcharge.
That hits.
And damage-wise, I got 8.
All right. This
Plus
thing does look
2, so
angry.
10.
Ooh.
I am beefcake.
Nari also takes a Buster Sword to this guy, and looks to do a good amount of damage. Yeah, helping out a little bit here. This thing is looking sore. Kumiko.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and curse him again with my minor action.
All right.
And I'm also going to give him the stunned condition.
Ooh.
Which means he can only take one action, either major or minor, per turn.
All right.
And I will do another bloodbendy trick on him. So let's... Okay, I got an exploding... Is this going to be the same thing you rolled before? Yeah, literally the exact same thing you rolled before. So that's a 16 again.
So 16 to hit or damage?
Yes, to hit.
It hits.
Okay. And then for damage, boop. Oh, that was the wrong one. No, it wasn't.
No, that was the right one.
It was the right one. So that also exploded. So, 13 damage.
That, so exactly how do you want to do it then?
Yes. Okay. In which case, Tome out, doing the bloodbending thing. She's just gonna like do the crush thing again and just rip off the side, and I just want it to rip in half, blood spurting.
You succeed. Blood going everywhere as it almost like coats the walls. You look as this distorted world almost turns red as this thing is just bisected. And slowly
Can I take like a free action to make like a wall of plants to not get any shit on us? Because that seems like it'd take a while to come out.
Don't want to mess up your new magical girl uniform.
These are pretty and obviously we can get.
All right,
have to dry clean them each time.
I'll at least hand that to you so that, for the sake of your magical girl outfits, they're not temporarily soiled. And you look down as this thing disintegrates and you see two little black orbs on the ground.
The fuck are these?
Are those the Oblivion Seeds? I whispered to Nari.
It's like, yeah, those are totally the Oblivion Seeds that you can use to get a wish.
Kind of shove forward Maple and Kumiko.
Yeah, just toss one to each of them since I'm in the same square as this thing was.
Yeah, yoink.
All right. You grab them, and the world begins to phase back into the real world. You all step forward, and you are back home. You have unchanged out of your magical girl outfits, and you are back into your normal clothes.
Oh.
Oh.
You get the strange sensation, though, that you could turn back into a magical girl whenever you wish.
I'm gonna do it real fast and then change back just to make sure. It's a very long sequence too. This is like about 30 seconds.
The entirety of the Sailor Moon opening plays during it.
You do so. As you transform back into your magical girl and transform back, you notice that like crowds are starting to maybe make their way as you have missed one of your classes, whichever came out after English literature. And they're starting to make their way into this classroom. All right, I now need to know everybody's overcharge.
I am at 2 offense.
I'm at 2 magic.
I'm at 2 magic.
No, yeah, 2 fury, my mistake.
2 fury.
All right, for you, Maple? Hey, Maple?
Yeah.
What was yours again?
Magic.
2 magic. All right. Kumiko?
2 magic.
And Yuri?
2 fury.
All right. Let me get out the nifty little table here. All right. It looks like we are on the magic table already. These are all, I do believe, just minor distortions.
We're all gonna start kissing each other like we did in dance
You all
game.
start making out
We all got that one. It was
furiously.
so weird.
Just a little peck on the forehead.
Yeah, it was really
Yeah.
odd when all of us did it though.
And then
Man.
I just stole stuff.
See,
Yeah, then
see,
you
you and
chose
I,
something.
Fiona, we're not gonna get that. We're gonna do something like yell at somebody or
Yeah.
punch something.
Ah.
We're angry.
Yeah, angry people.
And here we go. We are into our minor fury. That's so nice. It's just right here.
Yeah, nice.
Just some minor fury.
Minor fury.
I don't know how I'm gonna do this one. And that one was for Miki.
That bodes well.
Awesome.
And for Yuri. All right, so you all notice outside, you look outside the window as you hear like a loud explosion. You all poke your head outside and you see that a transformer on an electric pole has like shorted out and exploded, which has caused a car to go out of control and wreck into a noodle shop.
Oh no,
Not
not
the
the
noodle
noodle
Wait,
shop.
a noodle
Oh,
shop?
God.
Yes.
This power is not worth this responsibility.
Not the ramen.
Anything but
reason,
that. Take
Miki,
the school instead.
Yep.
you all found yourself in a biology room that has a sink in it,
Uh-huh.
and you are possessed, for reasons that I cannot myself think of, to dunk Nari's head into water.
All right, then I guess I just like stop, like put the plug in, wait for it to get all the way up, and I guess I just grab her by the back of her hair and
Like, oh, what the
That's
fuck
a
was that
real
about?
fucking patient, like, shitty action.
Possession.
Like you just needed to do something.
I had to wait for the sink to fill up. I can't just
Yeah.
dunk somebody's head in a sink
Just
that's
had
not
this
filled.
urge and
Listen,
you
were
couldn't
like,
I give it like an
control it.
8 out of 10 just for the fucking dedication to the cause,
Yeah.
but you're still kind of a dick. What the fuck was that?
Just
Let's not talk about it.
you had to do something. So Yuri,
Mhm.
you're right now just like feeling all of this pent up, like, just like, yeah, all this stuff happened, which possesses you to send a text message to somebody. So
Uh-huh.
out of like passion and whatever else you're feeling, what would you say and who would you say it to?
I would text my uncle who I hate. And I'm like, comics are real books. And that's a text I think I've sent before.
Cool. So that was your first one. Nari kind of like wipes off her face and whatnot. And it's just like, well, anyway, it's so nice to actually have, companions again, friends who I can do this with. Are we all friends now?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I
We're
guess
a
so.
team. We have to think of our team name.
She high fives you all and is just like so excited and jazzed, like gives Maple a hug and is just like all chipper.
We could be the Sailor Scouts.
Let's not and say we did.
No.
We
I'm just gonna
could
kind of
be.
like look at Nari and then like look at the rest. Like, so the explosion and the car crash. Did we do that?
Of sorts, whenever we're in the other world and wherever we're fighting these Yomas, it does create very strange distortions in this world. Some can be permanent, others are temporary. So, a buildup of our various magical energies might have caused things to change a little bit in this world, such as a transformer exploding or maybe a car slightly losing control.
And y'all didn't say that before we started beating the crap out of this dude?
I mean, I thought that Ishu would have actually told you all this.
You know Ishu. He didn't tell us jack
You were
shit.
in the
He
room.
left immediately upon finishing.
I was just
Like,
so
God
jazzed.
gave you your powers. See you later. Figure it out.
I was just so jazzed, to actually have friends again. I was so excited to. I didn't think about, actually explaining a couple of these things.
That's great. A plus for
Jack-based
effort.
monsters, they'll figure it out. They got this, right?
I mean, hey, it's lunchtime now. Would you all maybe like to go and get lunch somewhere? I think the noodle
Yeah,
place might
yeah,
just close.
let's go.
But
We can talk about our superhero names, our supergroup name.
The super group.
We can
Sure.
be the Pokemons.
No.
Nari
Put it
kind
in
of
the
judged
proper
you on that one
plural.
too.
Yeah.
Inuyasha and friends.
No.
You're aware there's these things called trademarks, right?
Yeah,
Also,
but
like,
can't
these aren't
violate
even, like,
copyright
fitting
law.
anime to base this off of.
Can we get sued though if we're magical girls? Like, who's gonna stop us?
I don't
I
think
mean,
that
they
we
should
can.
try.
I don't
We'll
think
blow it
that
up.
the Yuma would rat that out because then they'd have to rat themselves out if they went down to the patent office. So I think we can call ourselves whatever we want.
What about the winos?
I'd pull out the pre-made list of magical girl group names I have in the back of one of my school notebooks. I start reading them off.
Why?
Kinda looks like
Why?
They're
It looks like-
all really bad and appropriated from something else.
The super friends of friendship.
Yeah. Speed Racer.
No.
None of these things are even applicable to what we're doing.
Sailor Scouts. That one was.
So you all
But
go
none
in-
of us are wearing sailor outfits. Well, you are.
Yeah. I could just be the leader.
How convenient.
It could
Come on, why
be
can't I be the leader? I
Cosmic
was around
Princess
before.
and Friends.
I'm just gonna
Yeah, no.
wheel my chair a little faster.
We will discuss this later after food. Clearly, you're not in the right mind right
During
now.
food. Yeah.
So you all go to, let's say, a sushi place because the noodle place closed down
Yeah, the noodle
Oh.
place is gone.
due to a lack of power in a car in
That's
the
awkward.
I don't know if gone is the right word for things.
Although, to be fair, if it got us
Just
sushi
missing
instead
a
of
window.
noodles, I think it's a win-win.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sad about that we accidentally shut down the noodle place, but I really want sushi all the time, so.
So either way, you all get there, you order your sushi, comes out like y'all are jazzed, like you're hungry, and you see Ishu appear at your table after you all start eating. It's like, hey, good job.
Ishu! We got 2 of the things.
That was great work. Excellent stuff right there. I just knew you all could do it.
Hey, you little shit.
Because we
mind telling us what the fuck
are
we're actually
Cosmic
doing
Princess
here?
and the Super Friends. That's why we could do it.
So what was that, Maple? I'm sorry.
You mind, like, maybe telling us what the fuck our powers are, what the fuck they do, and why the fuck we have a closed noodle place now?
The true casualty of this.
Yeah.
Okay, Kitty, hold on a second. I saw the chat. Jazz, 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 jazz,
Yeah.
jazz. Finish your
I think that
damn
you were the
drink.
only person that uses that uses the word jazzed. And
I like
we use
that
it a
Dan and I
lot.
were on the same wavelength there.
I saw Kitty purse her
Immediately.
lips as if it was like again, and then I was like, yeah, I got this.
Yes. So y'all are jazzed.
Jazz.
Like, you don't even use this word in casual conversation. I don't understand why you're using it so much.
You use it a lot in games, I've noticed, Tanner. You use jazz to describe us a lot.
We're feeling great. We're feeling jazzed.
Now
You
it's
all
just
are
going to be
ecstatic,
a thing.
thrilled.
That's your derailed catchphrase is jazz. Tom's is blammo.
I feel like every time he does it, we should all
Do me a
just
favor.
kind of jazz hand it.
Just put that in a shirt. Y'all be shit. So either way, you're still talking to your Tsukaima. Says, listen, I mean, so what if I left a couple of things out? It's not that big a deal. That guy was insured. That transformer pole will get fixed.
Yeah, but we're not having noodles
I
right now.
did like that
and we
noodle
almost
place.
blew up places.
I mean, like, it's not a big deal. Like, it's not like, candy rain from the sky or something.
Can that
Well,
happen?
that would be awesome.
That would be
want
like way
That
better.
seems pretty
So-
nice.
How many of these do we need? I'm gonna pull out the Oblivion Seed to make a wish.
Oh,
13, I think.
Yeah, you said 13, but, I think I'll settle for 5 this time.
Wait,
That's nice.
wait, you do the wishes? The seeds don't do it?
Oh, you need the seeds to make the wishes, but,
But you are the one who
So-
grants them.
So why do you
usually
need
it's
5
13.
instead of 13?
I don't know, in this case, I feel like I have a little bit of extra stored up power,
Wait, were you sent from EA? Is this a fucking DLC that we need to worry about?
Gotta purchase the remaining Oblivion
Yeah.
seeds for like $5.
I do not
The
work for
one-time special
EA.
office.
Listen, I may be a Tsukaima, but I'm not that evil.
I was waiting for that.
What do you mean by that?
I need you to shut the fuck up, Maple. So listen.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to do that.
So listen, excellent work out there, guys. Great job. I'm keeping a close tabs on you, but I think you all have what it takes to be true magical girls, and I believe that you guys can workshop that name. So I'm just gonna get on out of here, and I will see you all later as the magical flying otter literally finger guns his way out the door.
I like him.
Why is he such a fucking dick? Otters are
just
supposed to
what
be
they
cute and
do.
fucking cuddly.
But he's like magical. He's
To
our
be
our
fair-
magical mentor.
So he's magical.
Yeah,
Otters
otters are
like-
very cute, but they're actually pretty terrible. So
Yeah, they do some really messed up things.
Like throw cups at people.
Not like drown baby seals.
Maui, stop that. I don't know what you're doing, but I think it's breaking
yeah,
something.
Maui, stop drowning baby seals.
Oh,
I've never heard
Maui,
this in my life.
she has one of your hair ties.
It's hers now. I gave up.
Give me that.
Great characters in
But
Tanner's
lady
games.
next
Flying otters.
cat.
Adorable Danny DeVito.
Adorable Danny DeVito. That's my favorite.
I came
who
back
else
on
was it?
Adorable Danny DeVito.
Tommy Chung, but hot.
Yeah.
The hot was a good one.
Uh,
Here has
Hot
great
Tommy
character.
Chong.
We have a team name suggestion from Ellie in the chat. Don't send nudes, send sushi.
that's a long name.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Long name.
you're gonna need to keep workshopping that.
The Nudes Avengers.
I could go with Sass. Sass. is
I
good.
do like sass. We are super and save stuff.
Ooh, I like
Wait,
that.
where was Sass?
It's my own
Further up.
original idea that I did not take from the chat.
That
Mhm.
sounds legit.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't even see that one.
You know,
Ellie
as a
has some
Dan,
good names.
I'm tempted to just kind of go along with that, but as a person, shut the fuck up.
All right.
I like Sass.
I vote for Sass. I really like that one.
So Nari is just like, yeah, Sass. That is like the greatest name because we are so sassy. And we.
All right, you know what?
su-
I'm starting to actually lose a lot of favor with Sass.
Oh, come on, Maple. I mean, it's fun.
I think it's
Yeah.
very fun. I really
Fun.
like it.
I
Sass.
liked it until you said it, but now it just kind of. Oh.
We can say that as we strike our poses. Sass.
Wait, we're
Nari is right there
poses
with
now?
you, striking a pose.
Yeah, at the end of your transformation, you strike a pose. Did you not notice we were all doing that?
No, I just kind of stepped out of it and looked at my flowers. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but it was
See, that
like
was
real
your pose,
graceful.
though.
like
Yeah.
Oh,
it's very graceful.
Distracted.
It was really nice.
the hell is this?
Yeah, looking distracted, just like.
We had a rose. It was very like James from Team Rocket.
Just like, yeah. So in a way, even whenever you didn't strike a pose, you still struck a pose, Maple.
Yeah.
Unintentionally, but you
It's
got to
just
do
part
it.
of the transformation.
It's in the contract we all signed.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
deathpan it every time now. Just kind of look at.
So the day kind of winds down for you all. You're now magical girls, and you have like that adrenaline rushing through you as you finish up your classes. What would you all be doing with the rest of your day?
I mean, we're magical girls. The only thing to do at night is to fight evil.
Yeah, I assume we are all gonna meet up again after
Light.
class.
Winning love by daylight. Like Cosmic Princess, who is definitely not Sailor Moon. I will make a list of potential boys from nearby school or that I've interacted with, so I can win love by daylight, because I think that would be a really good subplot. So, and I keep an eye out for if one would appear and help us fight. I would try to track him down so that he falls in love with me. But we have a very like old married couples kind of relationship. Our personalities clash a lot, but yeah.
And because you can't have
I'm starting to
tuxedo
feel like-
mask, this is just like Helm 3-piece suit guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I start thinking that maybe we should just use this wish on not letting her do that.
No.
You stop her.
Yeah.
Use a wish to
tuxedo.
prevent that for that happening.
She'll be alone forever.
Instead of tuxedo mask is like the top hat wizard or something, dresses exactly like him.
He just has
My
a
job
mop.
here is done.
It's good.
But
You
you
didn't
didn't
do
do anything.
I know.
Alright.
Man, we're really letting all our weeboo out on this stream.
At least you're Sailor Moon.
Yuna,
now.
there are magical sparkles behind us. Of course we are.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is great. Nari, like, how do you all feel about Yuri just letting loose all of this pent up magical girl frustration?
This is just like a regular Monday for us. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel
not
like we'd
being the magical
expect-
girl, but basically where Yuri just kind of talks about magical girls all the time.
She's like the person you know, like, if they ever get this, it's going to be insufferable. And then you see it, and you're like, yeah, that's about right.
Everything I thought came true.
Yeah.
I have to read something from the chat real fast that Nick put that really made me laugh. That said, "Sparkles are the weeaboo leaving the body."
Oh Jesus Christ! Then
That was good.
it's like 90% Fiona too.
Yeah. Listen, I've been training my whole life for this moment.
Like, in and out of character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't watch hundreds of hours of Sailor Moon growing up for nothing.
So
Anyway.
While you took tests, she studied the magical girl.
so you all meet up later on tonight. What's your home life's like? Like, what did you go home to?
I went home to a loving family who are very supportive of everything I do.
How lovely! That sounds wonderful.
It is truly a fantasy.
Oh.
Well, this stream just got real.
How about you, Yuri? What did you go home to?
Yuri, her parents died tragically because I stole Yuna's backstory. So she goes home to her uncle, who is pretty mean to her and does not understand her. Like, so she uses her mangas and animes very much as a form of escapism, but she comes home like with this air of haughtiness, like, I told you so, you motherfucker. Like, I knew I would become a magical girl, and you are just like the villain in my life, and I will go on to better things. But she promptly ignores him and just goes to her room and slams the door and starts planning something, like whatever she's doing, looking for her own tuxedo mask and stuff like that.
I feel like he's at least gonna ask about the freaking text you sent him earlier.
He's just like angry.
What the
he's
hell
just
were
trying
you
to-
on?
Don't text
Your
during
uncle's
school.
just like slamming on the door, like, how dare you, shut the door in my house.
My dad. All right.
No, your
You're
dad
like
puts
maybe
a-
his brother.
Yeah, you're only my dad's brother. But yeah, that's what she goes home to. Just very much using this as a form of escapism from her kind of shitty home life.
So 2 heavy ones, Maple. How about for you?
My dad's probably working late at the embassy. Mom's home.
The Canadian ambassador to Japan.
Whoa! We never discussed Canadian. Are you assuming my
Saying
nationality?
like 5 times.
It's you, Vogue.
Bo, you literally said at the
You are
beginning
the
of the
magical
stream
girl.
that you were Canadian.
No,
It's a
I said
tiny
somewhere between Canada and
The
I forgot
Forgotten
where else I
Realms.
said. Yeah, but wherever that is, it could be there. You never know. It could be the Dwarven Embassy.
Yeah, there you go. It's the Greenland Embassy. Surprise!
He's
Elves
from New
everywhere.
Zealand, like where they filmed The
Talking
Hobbit.
shit. Yeah.
Simba,
But yeah, come home, just kind of chill. Try to take a nap. It doesn't work.
I see Nick in the comments be like, stop denying your true self.
Embrace your Canadian side.
You don't know me, Nick. The reason why you think you know
Danny,
me.
you changed that the day that you came into our van without knowing us at all.
Yes, I know. If you do want to get to know these people, just hop in their van if they're going to Wendy's.
Yeah.
They won't actually know if they know you or not.
And then scare them because they don't notice you until you've already started driving.
I'm
That's
pretty
We're
sure
on-
y'all
another
noticed the
stream.
second I got in.
Did
We're
you meet Bo by accidentally kidnapping him?
Yes,
Guys,
No.
it was terrible.
guys,
He jumped in our van, but we'll
I'm
go
putting
back.
the kibosh on this,
Yeah.
guys. We're getting too far off of
All right.
topic.
Go back.
We can enlighten our viewing audience to how you kidnap Vogue another day.
Yeah.
Kumiko, how about for you?
Well, my parents are like pretty overbearing. Which I mean, I can't really be mad at them about because I'm dying.
That's fair.
Do you use that argument a lot with your family, just being like, "You need to do better at your, school grades and whatnot. I'm dying. Fuck." Just got the old.
Yeah, like with the arguments are always kind of like weird because it's like, I literally have, as of right now, 4 years maybe left to live.
You are Grace from Degrassi.
Yeah, I actually don't know which character that is.
I think
But,
that she also has cystic fibrosis, actually.
But yeah, so I get medicine, go and hang out in my room. I'm like pretty depressed because like as a magical girl I could totally fucking walk. And now I can't again. And this is like weird. And I can't just like walk around as a magical girl because that would cause so many problems and questions.
Facts. So, you all go through, your evening relatively fine, as fine as most of your households can be. And you all eventually decide to meet up in town in an agreed upon location. Nari is
school
already
roof.
there. Yeah, sure, let's go with the school.
The roof.
Specifically the roof.
No. Are you sure that there's
Mm.
Do you think the roof?
You could transform and get up there.
Uh-huh.
Maybe not
How-
the roof.
How
Maybe
about
like the
outside of the
courtyard.
damn school?
Yeah, that's better.
That's
The
much
hell
more
did I
real
miss?
shell accessible. So, you all end up outside of the school. Nari is already there waiting for you. And she's just like ecstatic. Like, she's like, yeah, my friends, how's it going?
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, you all have like a bonding shipper, like, very giggly moment of like, we're fucking magical girls between Yuri and Nari.
I just kind of sigh in the
We
background.
high five in the air.
High five in the air, like dance around, like even
Mhm.
you even both do your poses out of magical girl character.
It looks way less cool.
It looks relatively nerdy. Even a person driving
Yeah.
by just looks at you out of the car and then just shakes their head and keeps going. And so Nari's like, all right, so listen, like a lot of these things have been like seen in the downtown area, so maybe we can make our way out there, maybe into a back alley. It's where they tend to meet, very dark, secluded places.
That's not
Let's
too
go.
stereotypical at all.
That is what my mangas have told me where they hang
Fair.
out. I did some research before coming here.
So where do
is
you?
probably fiction, right?
I did some research, like I said. It was very serious.
So you make it to the downtown area. You start searching around a little bit. You don't run into a whole lot. Like you run into a couple of like tourists who are just like overly enthusiastic to meet anybody in Japan. You know, run
Was it
into some-
Lizzie?
It was
Yes,
Lizzie.
Lizzie.
It's
Lizzie
Lizzie
and
and Carney.
Yeah, all right. Everything makes sense then.
I
Run just
assume
like-
that Carney is going to be my tuxedo mask.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm
There's
like,
no
it was
point
definitely
in
him.
ass.
Go for
Definitely
it.
him. Tuxedo ass, yeah.
It's a suit, but it's like with assless chaps.
Yes. It's nothing
Perfect.
but tentacles outside of the ass.
And
Yeah, it
the
just
suit
kinda
has
sticks
to
out.
have like a tiger stripe pattern.
Yeah.
God, that seems so ugly.
But
like the
I
worst
can
suit
see
ever.
Carney wearing
But
it
have you
somehow.
Yeah, that is the issue.
No. So, either way, after a while, you start kind of just making your way down dark alleys and whatnot. You have one person who tries to sell you drugs.
We say no because winners don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Nick,
I
put that
consider
away.
I consider it because I'm obviously already on drugs. I just don't realize how.
I started to do my magical girl transformation sequence because, like all good kids, I know that drug dealers are the real Yumas, but I stopped when I realized that he's not actually a Yuma.
And then, yeah, like the drug dealer actually sees this and freaks the fuck out because he's just like, he just watched a girl like go into some sort of like mystical dance and strange outfits and has like a flow. And he's just like, no, I've been doing too many drugs, and runs away.
I
just
was
kinda-
stopped by this
I,
point.
I was like,
when
No,
I
no, this
stopped,
is
I looked
normal.
around. I'm
It-
like,
listen,
you didn't
it
drop
takes
any
forever."
Oblivion seeds. I thought that they were supposed to.
Nari's like, that wasn't a Yoma, that was
That
just
was-
some creepy dude.
Oh.
I
just
transfer long
terrified
enough to
of
like
poor man.
smack her with a vine and then just like transfer back.
You do it.
All right. No.
That's a very bad magical girl.
Yeah.
So Nari starts to like kind of, especially chat with Yuri, who she's kind of connected with the most, and is like, you know, I'm really happy with you all. Like, you all get it. Like, my other friends, whenever they were magical girls, they were always so apprehensive and worrisome. But you know, our first night, we're out, we're about, we're attacking. It's great.
Wait, like
Other
her?
friends.
So you all quickly realize that you start putting two and two together because you remember at one of the neighboring schools to Kagagami High, Nara used to go to that school a couple of months ago, and then she transferred over here. You didn't think much of it, but you did remember in the stories about the bodies of two young girls from that high school being found. Their bodies being described as horrifically torn apart.
Oh,
Decapitation, flaying, have all been terms that have been used to describe the bodies.
was the real villain friendship all along? Damn.
No, it was horrific creatures of the night.
I'm pretty sure it was tentacles.
And so, you end up going down this one alley, and instantly you feel a chill run through you. You sense like this darkness kind of float through you as you enter into this dark, like dank sort of alleyway as the world goes dark. What do you all do? As you can even sense now that there seems to be something staring at you. A darkness that is looming over you with nothing but eyes kind of looking back.
Are we
Transform.
already in our magical girl forms?
No, you are not.
All right.
I'm
then.
gonna transform.
Yeah, I let other people start to transform, and then I will also transform so I don't get yelled at again.
I'm gonna protect them while they transform. Since theirs takes an hour and a fucking half.
When,
Hey,
when
mine
I-
is not that long.
Okay, we'll be together. You get the
When I-
left, look at the right.
When I transform, can I use my my magical power on this thing? Analysis. I just get to analyze it and see if it has any weaknesses or secrets.
You definitely begin analyzing it. And the creature apparently seems to be very weak to sort of daylight and fears the light.
That is none of our shtick.
Nope.
You start
Whoops.
kind of like looking around, and you see that this world is kind of like a dark gray distortion of the world that you're used to. Everything looks dark, everything looks black or gray. You can hardly really see anything. You all quickly realize, like, you start kind of like looking around. You're in your magical girl, form. You've done your magical girl pose and everything, but you are definitely in this other dimension. Before you realize it, you all made it a little bit further than Nari did. Just a couple of steps ahead, and suddenly you hear kind of a yelp. And you turn around and you see that Nari is currently standing wide-eyed, kind of mouth agape, kind of like whimpering a little bit, and you see something sticking out of her back. Suddenly she is yanked into the darkness, and you just hear the sounds of bone snapping, blood squirting, screams and yells turn into like dying whispers.
How's my shield
yell
doing?
out,
Yikes.
I yell
Yeah.
out, sorry, and I'm gonna start to make my way that way.
We hit
I'm gonna-
episode 3 real quick.
Yeah.
Can I like use a
This is
3
Penny
for
all
on that?
over.
What's
just
that?
Can I use like a 3 like overcharge thing to try to protect as much of that as I can?
Sadly, it looks like you're a bit too late for that. I would save that for.
She
Well-
was killed. The tentacle that was sticking out of her somehow had the word plot written on it.
It's the
My
shape of the
God.
plot. And
It
suddenly-
knows English. We gotta get out of here.
You look back and you reach back and you see that like there's very little left of Nari. You see an arm laying on the ground, and you see this creature that looks like what could best be described as from D&D like a displacer beast. It looks like this like horrific panther-looking creature that is all black with like 6 different legs. And it just has a mouthful of jagged razor-sharp teeth that are now covered in blood. Get ready for the next fight.
Oh, baby.
This time you all start in the flower garden.
Oh, nifty. Space One. Man, she wasn't even on Space One before she got killed by this thing.
Yeah.
She was not prepared for this combat at all.
Nope. R.I.P. Nari. We're gonna do an episode of Sidetrack that's just an in memoriam to all the characters that Tanner has killed on this show.
I was waiting for her to die like this whole time.
I thought she was going to be a villain,
I thought
actually.
she was gonna die in the first
kinda did
fight.
too,
So when
honestly.
she lived, I was like, "Oh, look at this! Like we have a friend." Nope.
Plot point avoided.
I have to be honest. That was mainly because of Madoka Magica.
Yeah, we hit episode 3 really quickly.
Yeah, that was an episode 3 moment of like, okay,
Yeah,
you're here to
Tanner was watching with me when I watched episode 3 the other day.
you were the single likable companion NPC.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
So, either way, Jesus Christ for me. This one's going to be much more difficult than the other one.
Oh,
We got
baby.
this. We got
We
this.
can do this.
But the idea being, all
Our arrows made of love.
right, next game I run, I promise I'm not going to kill the likable NPC.
All right.
Bullshit.
No,
I
we
mean-
do that.
I mean, you
I
can
don't
do that.
believe
Just
you.
don't kill animals. That's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
I didn't kill any animals. I just killed a stoner and a really peppy skullgirl.
The raccoon
yeah.
lived.
Yeah, the raccoon did live.
R.I.P. Raccoon.
All right, so how would you all like to do your initiative? Would you like the Yoma to go first, or you want to go first?
I kind of want to let it go first.
Yeah, I think
Nah.
I'm like kind of stunned personally, so I think it would make sense for it to go first.
No,
Yeah.
if I see that happening, I'm probably going before it.
Okay.
I'm going directly at this thing too.
So Yoma, Maple.
I'll go after Maple.
All right. So the Yoma, Maple, Miki.
I will be last unless you want to be last. Miko.
I'll go before
Okay.
Yuri.
Yuri is like taking a second of I don't want to play this game anymore.
D&D got
Not
2 real,
fun.
guys. D&D
Yeah.
got 2 real.
All right. So the Yoma goes first, and the Yoma is just going to make one move as it is growling. Its bloody teeth just kind of like dripping, or blood dripping off of its like mangled, gnashing teeth. Its eyes filled with lust as it wants your all's bodies to eat and devour.
Nice.
All right. Next up is Maple.
How far away is it?
It is currently in the Hades section. You are in the flower garden, so you,
One away from range.
yeah, you're one away from range.
Can I move and shoot, or is it?
Yeah, because
I'll do
movement is
that.
a minor action and shooting is a major action.
We'll do that.
All right, Maple moves up to Elysium. Go ahead and fire.
Oh shit! I forgot the slash.
You fool.
That's 14.
14. That's a miss.
Alright.
All right, so next up is Miki.
All right, I will move 1 forward into the second space, and then I'm going to use my thing called Get Over Here. So I make a ranged attack against it, and the way that looks is I like make this volleyball-sized stone ball, and I just smack it with the flat of my battle axe.
Ooh, nice. This is going to be like a tetherball sort of deal?
That's an 11. I am going to choose to boost, though.
All right.
So 15 in total.
All right, sadly, that's also going to be a miss.
All right.
This thing seems to be quick on its feet, too. All right. Next up is going to be Kumiko.
Okay. So it's okay. So I'm actually going to use bypass, which lets me move 2 spaces.
All right.
It gives me no recharge. So then that would put me in purgatory.
Yep, they are currently in purgatory.
Okay. And Dan, do I still have to do a ranged attack from purgatory if it's in Hades?
Yeah, it's still a ranged attack. Melee
Okay.
is only if it's occupying the exact same space.
All right. In that case, yep, I will go ahead and bloodbend this stick. So that was one exploding. And it's gonna be plus. So that's a 17 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay. And that's gonna be 6 damage.
All right. Good work. All right, next up is Yuri.
Yuri is going to have a moment of like, I don't want to play this game anymore, turning into like, what would Cosmic Princess do? And she is going to move forward 1 level and kind of like tears streaming down her face, pull back her bow and loose an arrow that has hearts trailing behind it in memory of her friend. That is going to be a 12.
A 12.
You can boost if you want.
Yeah, that's going to be a miss right now.
Okay. Can I still boost if I know it's going to miss or no?
You can still boost.
Okay, I'm gonna boost. So that's another d6.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it gives you a point of overcharge.
Also explodes too.
Do I still have the point of overcharge from last scene? That's going to be 16 now.
I don't believe so.
No, because we had the things that happened.
Yeah, it all happened.
You are right.
So.
Okay. So she does a 16 hit?
It does not, sadly.
Oh, yikes.
Damn. Okay. She gets a little dejected by that. Because she can't even hex because she moved.
Yeah. If you were paying attention, the threshold is 17 to beat.
I wasn't.
Well, I mean, we didn't have it confirmed until you just missed at 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did just hand that as your threshold 17.
Okay, so we're gonna be taking a lot of probably fucking overcharge.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
So next up, it's now the fantastic turn of change places.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
You roll a d6.
Correct. And I'm going to rearrange you all. So I'm going to start off with the Yoma. The Yoma ended up in the flower garden. Next up, Maple. You stay where you are in Elysium. Next up is Miki. Miki, you are now in the Abyss.
All right.
Kumiko, you are in Elysium.
I'm where?
Elysium, level 2.
Oh, okay.
And finally, Yori is in Purgatory.
Okay.
And where's the Yoma?
In the Flower Garden.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Simba. Are you going to play the Displacer Beast?
Yes, please.
Come here. Come on, Simba.
I pet the displacer beast.
It is okay to interfere with my things. Oh, now you're fucking, like, apprehensive. Usually you're all over me.
Simba, such a good boy.
Yeah, he is. The Yoma is going to step into the Elysium Square. And I'm going to just take that I see that you want to play with. Simba. That in my pocket. He's kind of giving me an evil
I
look right
want
now.
to play. Next time on Sidetrack, all of Kitty and Tanner's cats are the stars, and that's the whole show.
We're just here for.
I would
let them come in.
100% make a character for each of my cats, and then like keep chasing them and to put them back on the webcam to make them pretend that they're playing.
Like that.
All right, so Kumiko is in order to hit. What is it to hit for you?
Oh, I need to roll defense.
Yes.
Hold on. Okay. Oh boy,
Oh no.
it's not gonna be good. That's gonna be an 8.
That's going to hit you.
Yeah.
All right, that's 7 damage.
I'm gonna double shield it.
Okay.
All right, so what is going on with that? Are you just defending all damage done?
More or less, and I think overcharge for every 5.
Oh, okay.
So it's gonna end up really bad at the end, out of character, but really funny in the meantime.
That's fair.
Hey
All right.
Dan, quick question because this might come into play. So for power dampening with the whole, if one of the dice on a magical action comes up as a 1, you can remove a point of overcharge from an ally. Is that like any magical action I do?
I believe so, yeah.
Cool.
All right, Maple, it is your turn.
In which case, could I remove a point of overcharge from Maple because I rolled a 1 on my defense?
I don't think so because I didn't have the overcharge yet.
But didn't you have overcharge from doing it before?
Nah, that got released with the noodle shop.
All right, never mind. We'll deal with this later. Deal with this as we go.
He's in my square, right?
That is correct, yes.
I'll do the. Well, who else is in my square right now?
It's
You
Kumiko
and
and
Kumiko.
you.
All right. I will step back to the flower garden
Okay.
and fire another arrow.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna miss every fucking thing. But I did get a 1, so I'm gonna power damp. Can I do it
Yeah.
to myself? I don't remember that.
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna do it to
so.
myself.
It specifically says from an ally.
Never mind then.
And
Get
then
fucked.
what's happening?
I have 2
But
right now,
I
but I'm
got
okay
it.
with them.
So
You have 1 now. Congratulations.
Okay.
All right, next up is going to be Miki then.
Okay, I will step into 3. I am going to make another ranged attack at it and hope for the best. And I'm going to try to pull it into my square as well.
All right.
Okay, that's an 11, but we're going to boost because, you know, who knows? We got a 13. No.
That is
I'm trying. I'm trying real hard.
Oh, he's trying.
I am not
He's
spec for
trying.
attack. I am a defender. Which does not help when it is not attacking me.
All right. Next up is Kumiko.
okay.
Hello, babe.
I'm going to make a link between Miki and Maple.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever I'm going to designate Miki as the primary link. So whatever happens to whatever like effects happen to Miki also affect Maple.
Okay.
That's if you want it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Or let me switch that. I'm gonna make Maple the primary one. So whatever status effects affect Maple will affect Miki. And then, can you take like 2 minor actions instead of taking a major action, or does it have to be major and a minor?
I
You
think it
can
has
use your major to move, but I think that's about it.
Okay, and I guess I'm gonna attack it. Am I in the same square as it?
Let's see here. Yes, you are.
All right. Well, it's still gonna be bloodbendy, but it's like, coming out of the book, magically. And let's see how this goes. Okay. That's gonna be 21.
Okay, that's a hit.
I get overcharged from that. And then damage. So melee damage, it's still 1d6, but it's +2.
Yes.
Okay. So that's gonna be 6 damage because of the overcharge.
Okay.
And that's what I got.
All right. Next up is Yuri.
Okay. Angrily wiping away tears. Try to hit this mother again. That's a lot better. That is an 18, which should hit.
All right. That does hit.
And okay. And he's going to take 5 damage, and I'm also going to put a hex on him.
All right. Let's see. All right then, sweet. So next up, we are going to change places.
Ooh.
Changing places.
All right, the Yoma is going to stay in Elysium. Maple is going to bounce back to Elysium. Simba, that is my dice, you little fucker. Miki is going to
So I
bounce
saw a
back.
Simba ear.
If you want to get the dice, you have to come into my domain.
Simba just wants to be a cam cat.
Kumiko gets bounced to Purgatory. And Yuri is going to stay in Purgatory. So, to give an overview, Miki is currently in Hades. Yuri and Kumiko are in Purgatory, and Maple and Yoma are in Elysium. It is the Yoma's turn. And you see that the Yoma is quite angry this turn after all the damage it took. So much so that it looks like it's moving at lightning fast speeds, or an extra turn. So for starters, I need everyone to make a support against support check.
Oh.
Make a support. What?
It's your support against their support, so I need you to roll 2d6.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, Daniel.
I'm gonna use a
Oh
boost.
no!
Well, on the
I-
bright side, Bogue, you can use those ones to
Yeah.
do the thing.
So who needs to get rid of a bunch of?
I am also going to use a boost to roll again.
I will not.
I'm not even gonna bother.
Do remember, you only
shit.
have 3 boosts a session.
I know.
Or a scene.
Yeah, scene.
I'm at 10, so
You're what? You're at 10 overcharge?
yeah, I have 8 support. I'm a support character, so it's the only good thing.
Wait, what? Bogue,
I'm so confused.
how are you at 10
Danny, what did you
overcharge
do?
already?
The what?
Bogue, you use the power dampening to take down your overcharge.
No, I'm not at 8 overcharge. I'm at 8 like.
Oh,
The
Jesus
rank.
fucking Bogue.
So,
What's
Stop
a
being
little like
confusing,
nuclear
Danny.
explosions?
what was everybody's rolls?
12.
Right.
10.
10.
Hold on, I forgot because I got so scared by Vogue.
I'm ready to overcharge. So it's
Like-
like you had to have done something terribly wrong.
No, not yet.
15.
All right, so everybody but Kumiko. Suddenly the displacer beast, or I'm calling it the displacer beast, but the Yoma screams into the clouds, and suddenly red starts to rain down as blood droplets are splashing on your all's faces. For Maple, Miki, and Yuri, suddenly you feel like your skin start to open up from these blood droplets, and you realize that you are also bleeding too. So everybody but Kumiko has the bleeding status right now.
It's because blood's my power.
Nice.
All right, let's see here. So he has an extra action now. And so this creature basically starts to move at lightning fast speeds. It's going to take on it's going to spin an overcharge, and it is going to attack. Let's see here, making sure I understand this right. Okay, it is going to attack. It's going to move to Purgatory and attack Kumiko and Yuri.
Oh. So defense. Oh God.
Nice. Nice.
So that's gonna be a 23 for defending.
All right.
2 overcharge. I've got 2 overcharge in each stat right now.
Excellent work. You managed to defend it. How about you, Yuri?
Wait. So I go down, right? I don't go down, but I lose 2 HP, right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
No, not till your turn.
It says
well,
at the
hold
start of each round, I thought.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
each
you just got that like effect, so it'll
Yeah.
have
Oh,
proc
okay.
its next turn. Right now, it's
Okay.
attacking you.
It is attacking.
Okay.
I need you to make a defense check.
Gotcha. I was trying to figure out where the HP was. Okay. So that is going to be 11.
11. That is going to hit.
Dang.
And it is going to hit for 11 damage.
I'm shielding 2. You take one.
Oh, shit.
You take one, Fiona.
I take 1?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, based Danny Bogue.
Hey,
You said
Bogue,
it's
just so you know, I do have some healing, so you don't need to use all of your shields.
I have healing as well.
I feel like in character still, like the only thing that's happened so far is we accidentally blew up a noodle shop.
Yeah.
So I probably don't know the actual.
Those are
extent of
many
things.
accomplishments ruining the noodle shop.
Yeah.
This one is a
Where is this?
major battle, though. Like, y'all are going
Yeah.
to... The real world's going to have something happen to it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm
I
blowing up
already
a
have
block
2
by
in
the end of this.
each overcharge, so
All right. So, next up, it is Maple's turn.
Did he move?
Yeah, he's in
Um,
3 right now.
All right. I'm gonna attempt to bind him again.
All right.
Well, for first time with this fucker. Right, roll is important. Yeah. Who has the overcharge?
I mean, I have 2 in each. I don't know if anyone has higher than 2.
I have 3 and 1, but that's fine. You can handle her first.
We'll hit you with the 1. Did anyone take my 2 from the fucking double ones?
No, I haven't rolled a. Whoa, wait, what?
I had the double 1s, and I don't know if we took anybody's for that.
No.
So take 2 off your support, since I'm assuming you're gonna need that by the end of things, and
Yeah,
take 1
probably.
off Dan for whatever.
All right.
And we're just going to assume that a 14 probably doesn't hit for the bind attempt.
It does not.
Alrighty then. I'm gonna sit here and be annoyed.
All right, next up is Miki.
Alrighty. I will step into Purgatory
Mhm.
alongside it, and I'm gonna try to whap it.
You whap that bad boy.
I, in fact, do not. Do I
Alright.
want to? Nah, I don't want to risk it.
So, are you done with your turn?
Yeah.
Kamiko.
Okay. I am gonna. Okay, wait. Where is it?
3.
And so it's next to me again.
Yeah, it's still next to you.
Oh, okay. I will curse it, and I will give it the bleeding effect. Or you know what? No,
Alright.
I'm gonna give it the stunned effect. Okay, so that means it can only take 1 action per turn.
You got it.
And I guess I will attack it.
Alright, you attack it.
Hey, I can give someone power dampening, so Maple takes some overcharge off.
Sounds
However, I don't think I'm gonna hit it with an 11.
Alright, nah, you're not going to hit it. Alright, so next up is Yuri's turn.
Okay, Yuri is going to hex it and then attack it. That is going to be 15.
Nope.
Misses. But the hex still lands.
Alright. That hex is going to whittle it down.
Slowly but surely.
So at the top of the turn, we're not going to change places this time. The world seems to be kind of stuck in this little area.
And we take 2 damage from the bleeding.
Correct.
Okay.
For this Yoma's only turn, except for Kumiko, of course, because Kumiko is not bleeding. So this thing takes its only turn this turn. You see it kind of shake its head and removes the status effect of stunned on it.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to roll against that.
The book here says the Yoma can remove 1 status effect at the beginning of each round.
Oh,
Yeah,
never mind.
that's a thing certain Yoma get.
Rude.
But because it removes stun,
agree.
it
That's
does.
why it's rude.
Because it
That's why it's
removes
just like
stun,
Gator
it does
Friend.
get the rest of its turn.
It does?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
It didn't even affect it for just 1 turn.
It had to waste its minor action, so it can't move away from us now.
Okay.
Yep. It is going to attempt a simple attack on Kumiko, because Kumiko is the one that's not bleeding.
I am going to use a free action to cover her.
Alright. That's fair.
So I need to make a defense challenge. If I get a 14 to 16, I take the damage instead of them. On a 17 or higher, they take no damage, and I take half the damage.
Alright.
Defense. I got a 19. So whatever
Alright.
damage this thing does, I take half.
Did 4 damage.
So
I'm
4 in
shielding
total, or 4? Poke!
Vogue. Just leave. Vogue. Which also, that reminds me, from me giving Maple power dampening earlier, Miki
Mhm.
could also have power dampening because you 2 are linked.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
spiffy.
Sweet.
Alright.
So you can take an overcharge out of something.
Nice.
Next up is the Maple's turn. The Maple.
The maple.
Am I next to it?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, did I break it?
All right. Oh, sorry. No, you are one step away from it. You're
Marco?
at Elysium. Bogue, are you there?
Hello? Are we dead?
Hello.
Uh-oh,
No,
I
you're
think we might have
good.
lost Bogue.
All
Bogue?
right. Am I right next to it?
Yes, you are.
Oh,
All right. I'll use my miner to rush it,
All right.
and then basically kind of like Assassin's Creed, grow like vines out of my fists and just like charge it and try to punch it for a
Ooh,
melee
fun.
attack.
All right. Roll for a hit.
All right. Who needs power dampening?
Somebody else can grab it.
I mean,
Actually,
if
I'm
you-
gonna give it
wait,
to.
if you, oh no, it has to be to an ally. Never mind.
Yeah, that's fair. Who's got what?
I have 2. I think Kimiko still has like 2 in most things.
Yeah, I have 2 and 2.
We'll give it to you for defense because you seem like that'll actually help.
Who is you? Are you talking to me or?
Yeah, to Dan.
Okay, thanks, Dan.
No problem, Dan. We're not gonna talk about the roll.
All right. So next up,
I really
Is me-
want hard overcharge, and you keep taking it away from me.
It's alright. I got that. I got
Uh,
us both covered.
I am going to melee attack it. Whoopah!
you melee attack it.
I'm gonna use my last boost on this. Oh. I am terrible.
Simba
I am not. I miss.
is the circle of life.
Hello, baby.
All right, you miss.
Yep, such is life.
All right. So next up, it is Tomiko.
Okay. How's everyone doing, like, health wise?
We've lost 2, I think, each.
Yeah.
Okay.
I lost 3,
Oh,
but I'm doing okay.
I will.
Yeah.
I will
You
weaken.
took a lot of that.
In which case, I will curse it again.
Mhm.
Rude. And I'm gonna give it the bleeding condition this time, so that even if it gets rid of it immediately, it'll still have to take something.
That's fair.
I'm gonna try to attack it.
All right. You attack it.
So, jeez. So that's going to be, as soon as I find my character sheet, a lot. It's basic math. 22.
That's a hit.
And I'm gonna do 6 damage to it.
Woo! You might be the hero that we need.
I am fueled by wanting my wish.
Simba, stop eating paper.
I am, however, now at 3
Simba.
overcharge in magic.
All right. Yuri.
I am once again going to hex it,
All right.
and then get another ranged attack off, hopefully. Oh, shit. No, that was just enough. That was a 17.
That's a hit.
Yay!
Thank you, exploding dice. Oh shit, I take an overcharge from that, don't I? And then I rolled 2 damage.
+2 because of the overcharge.
Oh, so 4.
All right, nice. It looks like now that you've all kind of whittled this thing down, like it's looking hurt. It's angry though. It's once more flesh. One magical girl is not enough for it. But we are going to change places.
Damn it.
All right, the Yoma ends up in Hades. Maple ends up in Hades. Miki ends up in Hades.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes.
Kumiko ends up in Purgatory. Stays in
Okay.
Purgatory.
That's still pretty
And-
close.
Guess what happens to Yuri?
80s?
Hades.
Hey.
Sweet.
This is good.
This thing is about to like get taken for a ride.
Yeah.
We don't have to waste our minor actions getting there, so we can just beat on it and do more shit.
Yep.
It's this Yoma's turn. This Yoma is going to take two actions.
It takes 2 damage.
It did take 2
takes
damage
two.
as it starts to bleed, and it looks hurt. It looks bad. Like if you'll feel like if you all can just channel all of your energy in this last wave, you can get it. It is attacking Maple. So Maple, I need you to make a defense.
Cover, fuck off. 17. I take half the damage meant for her.
All right. So 6 plus 2. You take 4.
You take none.
Bold.
Next attack, going for Miki.
I will accept this because I cannot cover myself.
Yeah, you're gonna get hit from that. That's 2 exploding.
Oh, okay. Well, I still get to
shit.
try to defend against it. I got a 13. I think it hit.
Ooh.
Yeah. So 14 plus 6. So that's 10 damage.
How about none?
Poke.
Danny.
How much overcharge do you have? Oh my god.
I'm
Wait,
looking
how
forward
much
to-
do you have?
7.
Bold.
Man, am I looking
Across
forward to the
Bold,
one
I can
Across the
heal
room,
us.
Tom is
Stop
cracking up.
it.
Nobody takes damage. I try to cover it, but Bo's like, nah.
Bold,
I'm covering
I
you,
can
covering
heal
you.
us.
Oh, this is good. Good. Okay, moving on. Maple, it's your turn.
You're gonna have a permanent change.
Yeah, it's minor.
No, it's literally gonna be major. That's how it's classified.
Well, listen. Maple gets lost in translation sometimes, so she thinks it's gonna be minor.
God, Danny.
We're gonna try to jump on this bad boy and see if for a ride with the hand vines again.
All right. Give it to me.
Holy fuck!
There's 4 points of attack overcharge.
Oh my God.
We're going for a ride.
A tasty 32.
Oh,
Plus your attack.
Oh
Bold.
no, Danny.
Oh,
it
boy.
hits.
Your
It
character-
hits.
No. I need to
God.
know what the
On the
is.
plus side, the attack is fury, so we're good there.
No.
The
Bold,
magic's got the 7.
I need to know what the number is.
We're gonna find that out.
It's 32 plus what?
32 plus 8.
So
Oh no,
40.
not 8. And, yeah, plus 6.
So 39.
Yeah. No, 38.
Whatever. I know how to do simple math.
So
It's a lot.
so Miki or not Miki, Maple is the target, like the primary for this link, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do I get that overcharge as
No,
well?
I
Do
choose.
you like overcharge?
what,
I like
uh,
overcharge.
No, I choose what gets transferred to you.
All right, give me your attack. Like, give me the damage.
It-
That's gonna be at least plus 8
It's
to the damage, though.
it's 10 damage. Can I boost the damage?
If you want to boost it again,
What? Yeah, I do.
You're gonna take another
You
point of
get-
overcharge.
Would it be it'd be attack though, right?
Yes.
it would go towards your attack, but you would get another +2. Okay, so that explodes. So Bogue, you're up to 6 on that. So hold
So
on.
that'll
All
be,
together.
That'll be a hot 20.
How do you want to do it?
Yeah.
I'm coming in like
Bogue.
I've had enough of this bastard
Coming in
evading
hot.
fucking everything, so I've decided to just throw my entire heart and soul into this attack. And I stab him, And in the process, I actually have the plant explode outward in all directions. So it just becomes like a giant scythe and just cuts through him entirely, splits him in half. He kind of falls into two pieces.
Beautiful.
And I'm pretty sure I don't get the shield up in time to prevent it from getting all over myself. So I just kind of like, oh.
It gets all over everyone. We're all
It
gross.
explodes in colors.
Yeah.
As the world comes back into focus around you, as the colors spread outward, and then you find yourself back in the real world in this alleyway. I need all of your overcharge now. Let's start with Miki, and I'm going to end with Maple.
That's
Alright.
I only have a single point, so nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
I really wanted that hard overcharge because those are always fun and cute, but nope, Bogue has to be a greedy overcharge whore.
oh, yeah.
Yuri.
You have no idea.
I have 2 fury and 1 magic.
So nothing of magic. Kumiko.
I have 2 fury and 3 magic.
Just gonna wait for
Give it.
Maple.
Maple.
5 fury, 7 magic.
It should be 6 fury because you got it. You got it. Your boost got you more overcharge, and then that boost exploded.
Oh, does the boost give you one too?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you are at
attack
6.
then. Bam.
I'll tell you what, Miki. I'm going to boost that up to 2 to give you a minor distortion for heart.
Yay!
Because I think it'll. All right. So once again, we're going to go in order as I just gave it. We're going to start with Miki as everything comes out. Well, okay, I'll roll and then figure out what happens. So.
Bogue gets 2 temporary changes for fuck's sake.
I cannot.
Danny, why do you do these things?
Because I don't know yet.
Danny,
I'm
when I
about to
texted
know.
this afternoon, didn't even know what this game was, and now he's like, "I'm just gonna wreck my character." It's fine.
I've got 13 overcharge and everything. What happens? Well, you
Yeah.
create a duplicate of yourself, you Hulk out, and then you explode the size of a nuke.
I like it.
Yeah.
Good time.
So,
You know that vision of the end of the world you had? It was
That
you.
was you.
It was because of you.
Yeah, it all makes sense now.
You have fulfilled the prophecy.
real quick, Miki,
Yeah.
with your 2 hearts, you're going to tell someone how great they are.
I just turned to Maple and it's like, man, you defended the fuck out of us. That was really impressive. Are you okay? And I'm like, just, God, that was just the coolest.
I think we're gonna
Yuri.
wait for the response.
You're kind of angry. Like, you watched your new friend Nari get torn to pieces by this creature. Like, if there's any body parts that can be found, they're going to be able to fit comfortably in a suitcase, let alone a coffin. So you just want to throw something. You just find something, you just chuck it.
I'm going to check my bow. Just just toss it.
All right. So Kumiko, in your fury, you're also like this shit got real. Like that fucking little otter didn't tell us everything. So
Stupid fucking otter.
you deface something. You destroy something in this alley. What are you destroying?
What is in the alley?
There's
A lot of
some
body
garbage
parts at this
cans,
point.
There's some like windows that like lead to
You
basement.
desecrate a corpse.
There's trash cans.
Just deface the
There's
face. It'll be perfect.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take one of the trash can lids and then just whip it, and it's probably gonna go through a window.
there you go. Shatters a window. Let's see about your magic.
And when it shatters the window, what else happens?
Are you fucking real right now?
Did you get the one that's really applicable to that, but the window's already broke, so it doesn't make sense?
Yeah, I got glass develops cracks.
Yeah.
Wow. You're not wrong.
Okay, so
So-
not only does that window shatter.
Other
This-
windows
all
shat.
the windows
actually-
in the building just crack.
He throws the trash can lid at the window, but it shatters before the fucking trash can even gets there. So it just goes straight through and hits somebody.
All right, so
Good God, Bogue.
now we gotta do Bogue. Temporary change.
At least the heart ones are like real cute.
I don't have any hearts.
Oh,
Heart
oh,
zero.
you just get,
Oh,
you just
no,
get
it's
magic.
Magic.
You just
Oh,
get, oh,
Is your support magic?
Yeah, my support was magic and my attack was fury.
Uh,
My heart's
some-
like 4.
some of the magical ones are real nifty.
you see, Bogue also took away all of my heart overcharge.
He's a greedy.
Damn it.
Did I really?
He is the greediest
Yes,
bitch.
because my support is my heart.
I'm really angry right now because the something went wrong with the PDF and it blanked out all of the changes.
I
So I
can't. If
had
you
to
want to,
reload it.
That
Okay.
was actually my magical one. It actually
it affected your
Yeah.
score.
fucked
It
PDF,
affected-
so we're good with that one.
The real world.
All right, here we go. Magic. Oh, this will be fun.
I can't wait for us all to die.
Yep.
He won't kill us. Like that. That shouldn't happen yet.
Yeah,
Got real close to it though.
Yeah.
nah,
real
we're
close.
fine. We're still 3 away. Come on.
The Fury one, like if you overcharge and burst on that, you basically become a boss fight.
All right, so we have fun. So for your magic one, your body now smells of sweet candy. It's almost always detectable to anyone in the same room as you, and it can be overpowering close up.
Would you
So,
say that
I've
she
literally
smells
become
like
maple.
maple?
She
Ah.
smells like maple.
No.
Amazing.
My job here is done. I quit.
Okay, and let's do Fury now.
So we're gonna have this angry, very sweet smelling magical girl.
No, I'm re-rolling that. Fuck that.
What was it?
Was it
It's
the
you. You not only
animals?
smell like candy, you would have smelled like sulfur too. And I'm like, no, you're not supposed to smell like shit.
It's a strange ass candy.
Maple
So-
syrup and sulfur.
You suddenly start feeling sharp pangs over your body, Maple. You lift up like your shirt, and you see some kind of strange symbol start appearing all over your body, as if being carved into your skin with a knife by an invisible hand. You see like runes and symbols like appearing on her legs, her visible legs and arms, and onto her stomach.
Is there anything on her face?
You do see one on her cheek.
Oh.
That's nifty.
Ow! I'm gonna try to heal it.
It does not heal.
All right.
It might go away over time, but for now, you do have these wounds in your body,
Well, that's new,
and
and that fucking hurt.
Okay,
are you all still in magical
I'll
girl
be right
form?
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. And oh, my
So-
friend is dead and in a suitcase apparently.
I'm just like
No, she's
sitting
not in
on
a
the
suitcase, she
ground
can
with
fit in
my hamster just rocking.
All right.
So you hear
I
a
magically
voice come
summoned a
behind
suitcase.
you. And you hear a voice that goes, "What are you kids doing out here at night?" And you look back and you see your English lit teacher, Mr. Galliano,
Ooh.
staring at you.
Was it his window I broke?
It was not. But
Okay.
as you are staring, you feel something very wrong about him.
Oh no.
I say we were practicing Hamlet.
His eyes are yellow and his mouth is a blackless void. And you just hear him say, "He's like, you kids shouldn't be playing in dark alleys without adult supervision."
Oh.
That's
And
real
on that
creepy.
note,
Well, I'll let you know when we find an adult.
end magical burst for tonight.
All right. Woo.
Wowee.
Woo.
And we will do a part 2 either next week or the week after that.
Oh, snap.
Sweet.
Cool.
where we
Alright.
immediately jump into combat.
It's always the
Alright,
teachers.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I love Magical Burst.
You can
It's
thank
such a good
Persona
game.
5 for that one.
I figured.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
hope everyone watching enjoyed it. We had some people watching the whole time. I hope you guys had
Yeah.
fun.
I know, we
Yeah.
had good numbers this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. That was fun. I hope I did okay for someone who was like very ill prepared for this coming in.
And hopefully
is
next time
a-
we'll actually explode.
No.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you, like Maple saw the end of the world, but didn't realize that
I
she was
was
the end
the
of the
end.
world.
She's gotta stop it so she
It was Maple
it's-
all along.
It's gonna be like a Madoka Magica thing where she develops the power to go back in time to stop herself from becoming a magical girl.
All right. Oh yes. From the Displacer Beast, you all got 2 Oblivion seeds. Forgot to say that
Just
Yay.
one more. Just one more.
before you get a wish. So
Yeah.
Wait,
Well-
did we all get 2?
No. Just there is 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the current consensus is to give them to either Kimiko or you.
Yeah.
Or like, I mean, if you guys want to divide them, that's 2 apiece, and you guys need 5 for the first wish.
Yeah.
So we both would need 3 more.
which
Yeah.
the game does say 13, but I dropped it this time for the sake of in a 2-parter a wish happening.
Yeah. So we can either just combine them all for one wish or just
Yep.
fight a bunch of ones that drop a bunch.
Well, for now I have 2 and Maple has 2, and we'll see if that changes.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright.
So until next time, thank you all so much for watching, giving Magical Burst a try, and thanks to Bo, Kitty, and Dan for coming back on, for coming on the show for the first time.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for
No
having us.
problem.
Fun.
Until part 2, I'll see y'all later.
Bye, friends.
See ya.